Hey, good morning, good morning, Bex.
Good morning.
We are in such a good mood. We're actually feeling a tad festive.
I know. I put my sort of festive jumper on.
Have you?
Yeah, well, it looks that's like all right.
All right. Well, anyway, this is festive. Yeah. Good morning. Welcome to YouGarden TV. Honestly, we've got such a great lineup. Loads of new plants.
Loads.
Great Christmas trees.
Yes, trees.
Living trees.
Lights, gifts, stuff for your garden. There's a lot going on today.
Honestly, we're really excited, but our free gift today with every single purchase is absolutely beautiful. We both said best free gift we've given this year.
I think it is the best, absolutely.
I'm
not sure how we're going to top this. Both Shaun and I want this.
Look at this.
We are definitely going to be placing orders in order to get our free gift, aren't we?
We are, because you are going to get the first spring tulip and crocus mix. What a combination that is.
It's so pretty.
They work so well. That, to me, has a real kind of designer look and feel, doesn't it?
Totally does, yeah. It's
just
what
stunning.
a selection to put together. That is so beautiful.
I mean, those tulips are remarkable. You can see there, you've got this wonderful yellow, like a really deep sort of like yolk yellow in the centre, a paler yellow in the outer petals. But then underneath, you've got this red, haven't you?
I know, it is so
like
gorgeous. It's the Johann Strauss tulip, that one. So it is a slightly more compact variety of tulip, only reaching about 20 centimetres in height. So it's going to work perfectly with the crocus as well, which, I mean, you can see why they've been put together, can't you?
I would have thought that would be a very expensive tulip.
I would have thought so too. Are we saying recommended retail price of $9.99?
Which is really good.
I would happily pay a lot more than $9.99 for 30 bulbs like that.
And these are the size of the bulbs. I mean, they look really big and healthy, as you'd expect from YouGarden. So, our lovely gardening friends, with every single order today, these will be free, but there is something you need to do, Bex.
There is indeed, absolutely. It's very important to enter the code YGTV46 every time you place an order. Not only will that put that free gift into your basket, but it will unlock any of the other offers that we've got. Any of the other offers. Buy one, get one free, buy one, get two free, double up deals, and also your free postage.
Yes, we've actually kept this offer on for the rest of November. Do you know, we've already had several orders come in today, which is lovely, so thank you. But yes, if you spend £30, well, just over £30, you will get free delivery. So that applies to things like the living Christmas trees. It also applies, we've got things like bulb kits, hellebores, got a little stocking filler with a mushroom kit. But anyway, if you get your order to over £30, you will get free delivery, of course, on your entire order. And I think, say, for the Christmas trees, that is brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, 100%, yeah, definitely. Living Christmas trees. Love this idea.
We also have got a brand new head gardener selection, haven't we?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, we did have to help him this time, didn't we, Bex?
Well, you know, he needs help from us, so...
Yeah, we advised him... No, we don't.
We're going to get sacked.
Yeah, I'm only joking. No, he doesn't need any help, but yes.
He doesn't need no help at all.
Peter McDermott has put together a brand new head gardener's collection, which is all red, and it is absolutely beautiful.
Quite festive, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll give it a go for a festive feel.
Now, as ever, if you are regular, you know what Bex and I love. What do we love, Bex?
Gardening.
Well, yes, obviously.
I don't know, he hasn't prepped me for this.
There's no rehearsal, remember?
Gardening.
No, but we love it when you are part of the show, of course we do. So if you'd like to message live on YouTube and Facebook, any questions, comments, if you just want to say hello, you know, we would absolutely love that. Neil's there. Neil has to dip in and out of the show.
Because he works, but he watches later, doesn't he? Because there is an option for you to watch later on the website. There's a little section you can go to so you can watch the full show back. But yes, our lovely Neil is dipping in and out while he's working.
Roger and Gareth are there.
Morning, all of you.
The boys are in today. And Elaine as
of
well.
course. Good morning, Elaine.
Good morning, Elaine. But yeah, we've got a great show. And I hope you had a lovely birthday, Elaine, because it was her birthday on Monday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I hope you had a lovely birthday. Just show me that free gift again, Bex.
Oh, my word.
Sorry.
Isn't it pretty, though?
Honestly, it's worth ordering today just for the free gift.
This.
Yeah, now I don't know how many of these we've got, I'll be honest. We can check. We should have enough, obviously, for the all the shows this week, but don't leave it to chance, because that is beautiful. And it is still obviously it is. Do you know what? we've got hundreds rather than thousands.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's, you know.
See, I'm going to place several orders, so that's...
Depending on how busy it is, that might be a problem.
I want those tulips.
I love it. I love that little collection. Just plant those together in a couple of different pots. Oh, my. Yeah. That's going to be so pretty around February, March time.
And honestly, it's not... I planted my crocus bulbs yesterday. I did the pub garden. I planted... 6 bags of 240 crocus yesterday. And do you know, it didn't take that much time. I was really quick. I just literally...
Fingers
crocus.
you dibber.
I did, yeah, I did. You know, got to work with them. I should have been a typist. I was like this. Right, let's begin then, because Christmas is less than 6 weeks away.
Yeah.
So 6 weeks, yes.
Yeah, on Monday.
Yeah. Yes.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah. I know that, Bex.
But you're supposed to be good in the mornings, aren't you? Or is it me who's better in the mornings?
I think you're better in the mornings.
And you're better in the afternoons.
Yeah. So we're actually we're a good team, but sadly, when I'm really good, we're recording some footage for the website this afternoon. So we are live till 1 o'clock. Don't forget. Right, let's begin though, because Christmas is 5 weeks, 5 days away, and we have got real living Christmas trees. This is the first one.
Yeah, the Norman fir.
Yes.
Yes. Sorry.
I thought you were good on the ball, mate. So this is the Norman fir, but it's spent most of its life grown in the pot.
In the pot, absolutely, yeah, a pot-grown tree. This is important because basically it means you're going to get a longer life out of it. I think, you're going to get more out of your tree, basically, because you mustn't mistake these for freshly potted trees, because freshly potted means that it's been dug up and potted that season. So obviously you've got some shock going on because, you know, plants get a bit of transplant shock going on. But these have been grown in their pots, which means that hopefully they will last you longer. In fact, they should last you for a lifetime, honestly, because these are going to last you for such a long, long time. Now, it's going to come to you in that pot. It's going to get delivered direct to your door. It is going to be packaged perfectly, and it's going to be delivered to you in early December. So we're not going to be sending these out right now, but we will be sending them out to you early December. Now, they are over £30 already, so that means that you have reached your £30 free postage limit, but you do still need to enter that code YGTV46 so that the postage gets knocked off, and so that you get your free gift added into your basket for you.
Now, we've got 2 different types of Christmas tree on the show. And we've got the fir and the spruce. Which is your favourite, Bex?
The Norman fir.
Yeah, it is me.
For me, thicker branches. There's kind of a bluish tinge to the greenery on here. For me, I just think it's a bit more full and lush.
I agree.
But you have a choice, because we do have another one for you.
Now, we should say it is living, breathing. It has spent most of its life grown in the pot. A lot of Christmas trees at this time of the year, it was only our head gardener that taught us this a few years ago.
Yes.
They're literally there's a machine that plucks them out of the ground and then they're shoved into a pot.
Yeah.
So actually, the reason why if you ever bought what you think is a living Christmas tree and it maybe hasn't survived, it's because it's actually probably just recently gone through shock and literally been taken out of the ground and put in the pot. When they've actually spent most of their life growing in the pot, they are far more likely to survive.
Far more hardy, far more likely to survive, because obviously we're taking an outdoor tree indoors as well. So it's got to deal with that change in temperatures and things. You never want to put your living Christmas tree near the radiators. No. You need to, obviously we need to heat our homes, we want to be warm, but the best place to put it is as far away from a radiator as possible.
And obviously just keep it really well watered.
Yeah, just water it through that season, and then you can take it outside again after the Christmas season, leave it to grow outside, and then bring it back in again next year.
Or this may be a tree that you keep outside. Maybe you're going to have it outside the front of your house. I bought 2 trees from YouGarden last year, and I'm just delighted. They've grown quite a bit this year. So and I'm just keeping them outside.
They grow between sort of 10 and 20 centimetres every year, so they're relatively slow growing. They should last you a long, long time. This is always something that I've wanted to do. We sometimes use our plastic fake Christmas tree, and sometimes when my husband allows, we will get a cut Christmas tree. But I really like the idea of growing with a tree. That's lovely.
It's something that maybe you can keep in the family for decades. So that's the first option. We will dispatch in the next 5 to 7 days because obviously it's living, so it's it's not a cut tree.
Early December, we're planning on getting it to people, isn't it? Early December.
I know we checked on the pot grown ones. They're going to be.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no.
Okay, fabulous.
Yeah. No, the pot ones are going to go straight out with regular orders.
I'm getting mixed up with the cut tree, aren't I? Apologies.
So we have got cut trees available, which are a little bit bigger. So they're 1.2 to 1.5 metres tall. They will be dispatched early December. Obviously, because they're a cut tree, we will dispatch them a little bit later on, nearer to Christmas.
Nearer to Christmas. Yes. Early December when we should be putting our trees up, although some people like to put them up early. That's entirely your choice. But obviously if you're going for the cut tree, you do need the stand to put it in. It doesn't come with the stand.
No.
But if you have a cut tree every year, you've probably already got one of those.
But amazing quality here at YouGarden. We are known for our exquisite Christmas trees, beautifully shaped, beautifully grown. And the cut one is a little bit taller, up to 1.5 metres tall. It's 170038. That's about 5 foot, isn't it, in old money?
To bet, yeah.
Yeah, I'm about 6'4" back, so where would that be?
Oh, so it'd be right down here, would it? He's such a liar.
I'm a good 5'10", that's average. Right, 5'10" and a bit, actually. Depending on my hair. So remember, if you want the pot grown of the live Norman fir tree there, then that is 1 metre to 1.2, and they'll be dispatched pretty much in the next 5 to 7 working days.
That's amazing.
And then we've also got on the show the other type of Christmas tree, which is the spruce.
Yeah.
This is a little bit more affordable. This is only $34.99. I mean, to me, when I grew up, this was the only Christmas tree pretty much available. This is the real traditional one, is it? The
real traditional one, yes. And look, I know we've got our favourites, but everybody out there have got their favourites, and this is definitely one of those traditional Christmas trees that you might really prefer to have in your home. 1 metre to 1.2 metres tall.
And again,
it says centimetres on the details there, but yes, grown in the pot. So this is going to be hopefully a long-lasting tree for you. As Shaun was explaining, if they are freshly potted, it means it's been dug up that year and put into a pot. They can then struggle to survive, basically. But this has been grown in its pot for several years, so this is well established in that pot already. Delivered to you hopefully very, very soon. You can keep it outdoors until you're ready to bring it indoors and decorate it. We've obviously put some lights around it. Yours will not come with the lights, but you can buy the lights if you want to. We'll come on to those in a moment.
And don't forget, because you're spending over £30, that $8.99 postage will disappear. You will get free delivery as long as you use that code YGTV46. And actually, if you think about the price of this, it's a grown Christmas tree, grown in its pot. You're going to get your free bulbs worth the best part of £10, all delivered for $34.99.
I think it's brilliant.
I do as well. Now, we have got lots of lights on the show as well, haven't we? We've actually placed the set of 200 on here.
Yeah, these are the 200 cool lights that we've got on our Norway spruce, which I love them. They're really long. Actually, there's probably quite a lot of lights on that tree. But I like to have it completely covered in lights if I can. I think they are so, so pretty. This is one of my favourite things at Christmas time, is getting all those Christmas lights going on. Yeah. They are battery powered. It's 3 AA's.
It is?
Yes, it's 3 AA's on this one. And it has all the different functions on there as well. So you can have twinkling or static or, flashing. There's 8 different functions on there as well. And how long is it? 20 metres?
Yeah, almost.
Nearly 21 metres. That's really long. So you can use it for your tree and wrap it around your tree, or obviously you can do whatever you like with this. You can put them, around the edges of windows, around the corner, the borders of your room.
But what is really good nowadays is, technology has changed so much, so LED lights actually require very little battery power.
Yeah, very little. And they don't give off much heat either, do they?
And it just means you don't need to be near any sockets or anything like that. You can have them everywhere. We use LED lights in our pub. Look at that.
That's what so I do that. If you bought the standard holly trees that we had on last week, because I've got those out the front of my hat, and that's what I do with mine. I wrap them with the LED lights. They look absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, I'm getting excited now. So yes, if you'd like to go for the cool white string lights, battery powered, you get 200 LED lights. All you need is 3 AA batteries for those. We've even got batteries on our website. The other option we've got is a set of 400 lights, so twice the number of lights, but these are more of a warm colour. So the 200 are very kind of like icy white. These are warm, aren't they?
Yeah, they've got a slightly more yellow glow to them. These are my favourites personally. I always go for the warm white lights rather than the cool white lights. And you are getting double the, nearly 50 metres, in fact, of these, 400 lights in total. So, yeah, use them how you want to use them. Put them around your trees, put them around the corners of your room, put them around your windows. They are battery powered. Again, they have the multifunction lights on them, so 8 different functions, so you can have them flashing or static or slow on, whatever you want to do, you've got the options.
And these ones require D-sized batteries. They're the really big sort of like chunky ones.
Yeah,
the big
they're
round chunky
rectangle.
ones.
Oh, they're the round ones.
They're the big sort of like thick round batteries.
Yep.
And they require, is it 3 of those, I believe? Yes, 3 of those. So honestly, absolutely gorgeous and an amazing price. I love lights. You can't have enough lights at Christmas.
I think that's what it's all about. As many as you can get in your house, basically.
Yeah. And also, on the show today, we have got candy cane lights, which are battery operated.
I'm getting them.
They're so cute.
I'm getting them.
And we've got stars as well. So do check out the entire show on the YouGarden website as well. So what a great start to. A lot of you have been asking about Christmas. We have got it here today. But those trees are amazing value. Honestly, they really, really are. But we have got today a brand new head gardeners collection. So Peter McDermott, here's our head gardener. We're just the apprentices here now.
Yeah, that's it. What can we be? Apprentice gardeners.
No, we need to be more than that. So,
team leader gardeners?
Deputy.
Deputy. All right.
Yeah, we're the deputy head gardeners here at YouGarden. I like that. That sounds good, doesn't it?
All right, I'll go with that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to go with apprentice. We're too old to be apprentices. Anyway, so this is the head gardeners red collection.
Red. So pretty.
And basically, Peter looked again at all of the great shrubs that we have got available right now in YouGarden, and he just thought these 3 together would make a spectacular show. And they really will. And I mean, this is what they look like mid-November.
I mean,
amazing.
All right, well, you're going to get, the thing is, you're going to get this beautiful red colours at various different times throughout the year. I know we've got all the red going on now, but for example, the red Baron in the middle, we know that this is going to turn that beautiful bright red colour, and that's going to be that gorgeous bright red during the summer months. Sort of June, July, August, and around this time it goes to that deeper, richer burgundy colour, which is still just absolutely amazing, beautiful.
Bex.
But you're going to get that lovely, lovely red, and it's one of the most stunning of the ornamental grasses that we bring, I think, because of that lovely deep red colour. And then the Nandina Firepower, we're getting this beautiful, colour-changing effect that goes on with the leaves, and still some of the bright lime green under here, the burgundies and the reds, and this is happening because of the changing temperatures, and that's what happens to the leaves. They don't drop, it stays like this all year round.
And because we've had like a couple of kind of fairly, low temperatures recently.
Yeah, it's really changed.
Yeah, I mean, it's stunning. And then obviously you do get the flowers and the berries in the summer months as well.
It's such an interesting one, this, because it really does give you full year-round interest. Lovely lime green coloured leaves, the flowers, the berries throughout the year, and then this beautiful red burgundy foliage in the winter months.
And a little bit more compact, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit more compact. We are only talking about 50, 60 centimetres height and spread on here, so it's wonderful to have in a pot.
Yeah.
It makes a lovely noise as well when it's kind of rustling in the breeze. I think this is why it's called sacred bamboo, because it does have that kind of bamboo sound to it when it's moving. But don't
panic, it's not like a bamboo. It's not invasive or anything like that. But it does have a feel and a sound of a bamboo. And then finally, look at this. We have got our little red robin as well, which just looks amazing. I mean, the new growth on here, these red leaves that are just bursting out, are fantastic. Funny enough, as I came to work this morning, I looked at one of my red robin's Fritillaries, and I just thought how beautiful it looked.
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah. They're gorgeous.
So gorgeous, and this one's a slightly more compact variety as well. So there are Fritillaries. I mean, I've got one that's one of the really big ones. It grows. I mean, it must be 4 metres high, really? Honestly. It's really big, but this one isn't. This one's a much more compact variety. So we're only talking maybe metre and a half is the sort of height and spread. These are absolutely fantastic for that beautiful new red growth that you get on there.
Do you know what, Bex? I'm just working out the value on this. These
really
work
good.
out around about £8.33 each.
Yep.
Which is incredible. We often forget to say Fritillaries, they do flower, of course, as well.
They do, and it's weird because those flowers sort of come and they go. You don't. I mean, you notice them, you see them, they're beautiful, but you don't have to remove them. They just seem to sort of disappear on their own, don't they?
Yeah, I often forget about the flowers because these are predominantly grown for the foliage, but yes, they will flower as well on mature plants. Amazing value, ideal for, say, a more compact garden. All of these would do well in pots as well, wouldn't they?
Absolutely, yeah. All of them great in pots, full sun position if you can. Certainly for these two, to get the reddest red that you can get out of them. Not a problem if you've got part shade.
No, I'm going to say they will tolerate part shade.
They will be more than happy in part shade, but if you want the real red, then put them in as much sun as possible. The Nandina, though, you don't need to worry too much about where you put that at all.
No, I've got mine in fairly, not total shade, but a fairly shady border.
Part shade, half shade, half sun, it'll be absolutely fine.
Brand new today. There's our head gardener, by the way. There he is. We do need to update that picture, don't we?
You are going to get in trouble.
No, he's not that old. I'm only joking.
He's the same age as you. What are you talking
about?
No,
I didn't mean Peter. I meant the photo.
Oh, OK.
201 210. All jokes apart, Peter is an amazing gardener. He's the head gardener here at YouGarden. He has handpicked this selection for all of our viewers. Spent a lot of time thinking about what to put together, and that is an absolutely delightful selection. Don't forget your free gift today. I know I'm going to keep going on about it, but it's the best one we've done.
It is the best free gift.
I mean, honestly, if there were hidden cameras here, if you'd have seen Bex and I reaction when we first saw it, like, we could not believe that these are free. It's a beautiful collection, ready to plant right now. 15 of the tulips and 15 of the crocus. But those tulips are wonderful. And they're compact, aren't they?
Yeah, they're compact. So they're the Johann Strauss variety. So they're more compact, only reaching about 20 centimetres in height, whereas a tulip normally will reach probably about 50 centimetres in height, 40, 50. So much more compact, which means they work perfectly with that crocus. Just poking up over the top of the crocus there, real designer look and feel to this. I am going to be cheeky and tell you all, if you are placing an order, and, maybe it's going to be a bigger order, maybe think about placing it in 2 separate orders.
Oh, that's cheeky.
To get multiples of these.
Yes.
Because I think it's well worth it.
Yeah, one customer has placed...
a few orders.
Is it? Yeah, 3 or 4 orders.
You're a regular, you know what you're doing.
You know how to get the most out of your garden TV.
Absolutely.
But it's such a good free gift. I want more of those. I'm going to place them in separate orders.
Yeah, I think so.
I want those. I know my mum will want them as well.
There you go.
Yeah. Right. Moving on.
We're going to go to Choysia.
Yeah, so loads. Wednesday's a really good show to well, they're all good, but we always get lots of new items on a Wednesday. You'll always get a few new items on the other shows, but Wednesday is the big day.
It's our first one of the week, so we get excited and we bring it all out, don't we?
We do. We do. Right, we've got our Choysia White Dazzler for you next. Brand new on today's show. That price is definitely wrong on the screen, I'm going to point out.
Oh, that's not right.
That's definitely wrong.
That's not right.
No. Should we move on? We'll come back to it.
Should we come on?
It's definitely not £2. I think it's $12.99, isn't it?
Yeah. We'll come back to that once that's been fixed.
I know what's happened. The saving is £2. The price is $12.99. It's not often things go wrong on the show, but
it's a good start today, though, isn't it?
We'll sort that one out. But yeah, I'll be honest. It is $12.99. Definitely, you get a £2 saving on that one. We'll come back to it. But do you know what? That gives us the opportunity to move on to a very, very special rose next, called Rose Little Sid. Now, I've been watching MasterChef. Have you?
Yes, I love it.
Been such a good series.
I always enjoy watching MasterChef.
I do. And Greg Wallace is just superb.
I love him. Yeah. Always have.
So this is a rose for his son.
It is.
It's called Sid, Little Sid. I've got a little picture of me. It looks absolutely adorable. But there's quite a big story behind this, Bex, isn't there?
Yeah, well, so this rose has been named Little Sid in honour of Sid, who is Greg Wallace's son, and he suffers with, he has autism.
There he is.
He's a non-speaking autistic little boy there, and every single sale of this rose, there will be £5 that's going to be donated to Ambitious About Autism, which is a charity obviously set up to help people, families, kids with autism.
And a £5 donation will go to Ambitious About Autism with every single sale of this wonderful rose.
Look at that.
I know. So, we're really passionate about... In fact, we both requested to have this rose on the show.
We did.
It's on our website. It was there last week. It launched last week. Quite a few of you did order last week from the website, but we just really wanted to share this rose with you on the show today. And what a beautiful rose, Bex.
It's a gorgeous rose. It's one of those beautiful kind of raspberry red colours that you get on here. It's a repeat flower. You get these gorgeous clusters on there. Perfect backdrop with the dark glossy foliage there. So it's a really lovely, striking colour contrast. As you would expect from roses that we bring, it is an absolutely reliable grower. It has the most delicate rose fragrance, lovely kind of bushy habit to it. It's perfect for so many areas in the garden, pots, borders, your beds, all of that. It will go any of those places. And the thing with roses are that they are generally tolerant of most soil types, so this isn't one that you need to worry about at all. Nice and compact size on here, about 2 feet by 2 feet, sort of height and spread we're talking about. So if you are looking to add a rose to your collection, what is better than a gorgeous raspberry red rose, and one that has such a wonderful story behind it.
And I was just thinking, if there is, if you know somebody or, friends, member of your family, whatever, that has autism, what a great gift this could be, because £5 goes to Ambitious About Autism with every single purchase. We want to talk about berries. So recently, Bex and I have both been on QVC.
We have, yeah.
Amazing shopping channel, the UK's best and biggest, with some bare root roses. And it's really important just to go through how you plant a bare root, because it's not difficult, it's not complicated.
No, it's not at all.
So first of all, when it comes home, when it arrives, look, it's not going to look the most beautiful rose. It's not. It's a bare root. I always say, I was an ugly baby, Bex. Can you know?
Ugly duckling to the beautiful swan.
But it didn't quite.
That you see before you.
Well, yeah, it didn't quite happen, like that. I improved marginally, but when you get it home, it's a very healthy bare root.
It is.
But it won't look beautiful till next year. So you soak it first of all for 1 to 2 hours. That's the first thing you need to do, and then, if you're planting it in the ground, dig a nice big hole.
Yeah, you've got to dig a decent enough size hole to fit the roots.
Yeah, so there's the roots.
Make sure you're digging a hole deep enough to hold those roots, and obviously enough space around.
And make sure the soil at the bottom of the rooting hole is nice and broken up, just so the new roots can get in there. Now, I like to use mycorrhizal. Do you?
Yeah, absolutely, particularly if it's going into pots, but actually if it's going into the ground as well. It really helps those roots to establish quickly. It creates a secondary root system, and making sure that your plant has got really strong roots means that you'll get bigger and better, displays of flowers, longer lasting.
And we have got it on our website. There's different sizes. There's even, last time I looked, there was a little trial size for $2.99, but the best value is this one that Bex has got right now. So just say if you want some mycorrhizal, it's great for planting any plants in general. And we have got that $12.99, 100-066. If you haven't got that, I'll be honest, I've sometimes just used some, bloodfish and bone.
Yeah. And do you know what? Even our premium professional compost is filled with some amazing nutrients. So even if you haven't got this, just make sure you're planting it into some really good compost. Don't get some of the cheap stuff.
No.
Get some of our premium professional compost, because that's got some really good stuff in it.
Yeah, you want something rich in organic matter.
Exactly.
Then backfill the hole, and basically, even though it's winter, just make sure it is well watered. I know there's a lot of rain around at the moment, but if there might be a couple of really dry weeks where it's windy and things, just make sure it's well watered. And that is literally it. But great for pots as well.
Yeah, wonderful for pots, particularly because this is a slightly more compact, rose bush that we're talking about. Nice sort of bushy habit to it. It will look brilliant in a pot as well.
It's going to be lovely. And so we're just really pleased to be working, with obviously Greg Wallace, because we've got such respect for him.
Yeah.
It's just great.
He's funny, isn't he? I like him. I like him so much. He's always funny on those programmes.
He is. Hey, who knows? We might even be able to get him on the show at some point. That'd be great, wouldn't it?
I would be so excited, but I better be here for that.
Yeah, apparently he's going to be visiting the nursery at some point. So
I need to be here for that. Yes. Even if I could just pop in and say hello.
But we'd love you to support his charity with, of course, Rose Little.
He's the ambassador, isn't he, for Ambitious About Autism?
Yeah,
so
he is.
It's a really good one.
If you can buy the rose today, support the charity, you're going to get a beautiful rose, but £5 does go towards Ambitious About Autism, which is brilliant. Yeah. Right, going to move on now to our hardy gardenia collection. I think these are really special, don't you? I can almost smell them right now.
I love the foliage that you get with gardenias as well, because you get that lovely kind of glossy green foliage, and it is evergreen, so those leaves are always there. So you do have that wonderful year-round interest. But what you're getting with this collection are 3 different types of the gardenia, flowering for quite a long time as well. June, July, August, September, maybe even into October as they establish. We know, as we were doing last week, there's lots of out-of-season specials, aren't there? Things that are flowering out of season just because of the weird warm weather that we're having. They do want to be, ideally, they do want to be in a slightly ericaceous compost. So I definitely would have a look at getting, if you don't have any, just get yourself a bag of ericaceous. If you're planting it out into borders, all you need to do is mix a little bit of ericaceous compost into the hole that you're planting them in. And obviously, if you're putting them into pots, put them into some, do a mixture, I would say, because it's not full ericaceous, just slightly. They are hardy gardenias as well. That's something
amazing.
we really need to point out.
Because you might be thinking, hang on, I've only ever had a gardenia as a house plant, but no, these have been specially bred to be hardy outside, and we're talking about really low temperatures, aren't we?
Yeah, down to about -10 actually. So
I mean,
that's pretty cold, isn't it?
Yeah.
They can deal with that. They do want to be in a sunny, slight dappled shade position, so you don't need to worry about getting them into the sunniest spot possible. The fragrance that you're going to get from these, though, is going to be absolutely incredible. It's like a jasmine. It's like a sweet, rich, beautiful smell. And we know that jasmine is used a lot in, fragrances and things. So it's a very similar fragrance that you get from these. They are intoxicatingly sweet.
And we've got 3 varieties. That's the pinwheel one there, which almost looks like it's been wrapped, that centre, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like it's got embroidery in it or something.
They're exquisite, these.
You're getting Climbs Hardy, Crown Jewel and Pinwheel, which are your 3 different varieties. Can you imagine sitting outside and being surrounded by that beautiful scent throughout those summer months? I think I would put these in pots, personally.
I would.
I think I'd have them in pots so that you can have them near wherever it is that you sit when you're outside during the summer.
You can move them around, you can follow the sun.
But do remember that these are evergreen. So as much as you're going to want the fragrance and the scent from these over those summer months, what these are going to give you is year-round interest, If you're going to put them into borders, mix them in where you've got your deciduous plants so that you've still got some of that lush evergreen foliage going on.
I just think that collection is wonderful. Postage is included, by the way, today as well. At just $24.97, 501-452. And because they are classed as fully winter hardy, they will come with our lifetime guarantee.
Yeah.
And that's really important. I know some of you will be brand new to the show today. Thank you for finding us. Thank you for joining us. Big hello to all of our regulars. We'll read out some messages in a few moments' time. But anything that is fully winter hardy is backed by a lifetime guarantee. So if it doesn't deliver, if it doesn't thrive, if it doesn't survive, let us know and we will replace it free of charge. All you pay is
the postage.
Yes, that's it.
You just have to get in touch.
Keep trying to catch up next time.
Doing well today, isn't he?
No, we're a bit like husband and wife almost, because we begin to read each other's minds and finish each other's sentences.
I have little brain fog moments, don't I, where my brain just stops working, and Shaun normally helps me to finish my sentences. It's very good like that.
Yeah, but then I have moments where my mouth stops working. So, but anyway, absolutely gorgeous. Don't forget, golden rule, always put in the off code, which is YGTV46. That will give you all of the offers. You'll get free postage when you spend over £30. And our free gift today is the best we've had.
We absolutely adore this free gift, don't we?
Oh.
We are going to keep banging on about this, so I'm really sorry.
Amazing.
Look at the mixture you're getting here. The Johann Strauss tulips, which are those slightly more compact variety of tulip. The colours that you're getting with that creamy, buttery, yellowy colour, and then the brighter yellow in the centre, and then those stripes of like the pink and the magenta on the outside. Being more compact, it means they work perfectly with your crocus, because obviously if you had the really tall variety of tulip with your crocus, that's not going to work. But these are complementing each other absolutely perfectly. If you are placing, orders big enough, I would suggest placing multiple orders so that you can get multiple bags of these. It's cheeky, but why not?
Because I've still got a few hanging baskets to do for the pub, and I just want those bulbs in the hanging baskets.
I mean, that's just a designer collection right there. Worth $9.99, absolutely free with every purchase that you make, as long as you enter that offer code. Every time you place an order, put in the offer code YGTV46, and you will get not only the free gift, but any of the other offers that might be available on the show. Buy one, get ones, all that sort of stuff.
So, good morning to our lovely gardening friends out there. Great to be with you. We're in a really good mood today. We love our Wednesdays. Do you know, we actually come happy to work. Is that unusual?
I think it might be unusual for some people.
Yeah, I was driving to work today, and I was like really happy, and I was like, oh, it's always lovely to see the team. It's a small team here. There's myself, there's Bex, Stu, who's the clever one. He does all the technical things.
He does, yeah.
And
I love it, Craig.
And Craig, we want you to meet Craig and some of the others, but Craig gets all the plants ready for us. William puts the show together with Jenny.
Indeed, yeah.
So we've got a lovely team.
You mustn't forget Craig brings us our coffee as well, which, you know,
he does.
That is a very important job.
He does, yeah, it's true. We would not be like this without our coffee. We'd be like, no, we wouldn't actually. But yeah, it's a lovely team, but obviously it's you, wonderful viewers, that really make it for us. And we've got big plans with YouGarden TV in 2024. But now and again, there's an amazing offer. I mean, everything's always really good value, but there's always a few things that really stand out. We had this last week. It was pretty much the top seller. We thought the price was a mistake, and that was honestly, genuinely. So we weren't sure we'd get it back this week. And we're not just saying that because I could get the price of $14.99 just, but it was the free delivery.
Yes.
That I was struggling with, because these are big and heavy, aren't they?
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, it's a really decent sized pot that you're getting, a really decent sized plant. In fact, I've got a bay tree bush at home, and it's not even this big. So to be able to get this delivered to your door for the price that you're seeing, $14.99, and that's a RRP of $29.98, is that?
Yeah, it's
so
half
it's
price.
basically a half price offer for you, plus the postage is included. So we're not asking. I think this would normally be $6.99, wouldn't it? Postage on something this size.
Yeah.
So getting that free as well, I think, is absolutely incredible.
And these, again, we've got some lovely lights on the shelf for Christmas, battery operated. This outside your front door with lights in it could look amazing.
Yeah.
But bay trees look good all year round.
They do.
They really do. They don't, you know, when you look in your garden, most things have, like, you know, peaks and troughs in terms of the beauty. This looks perfect pretty much. Well, it does look perfect 12 months a year.
It doesn't really change what it looks like. Obviously, it grows a bit more, but it doesn't change at all, and that is absolutely beautiful. Plus, there is a function to this. You can go out and you can pick those bay leaves and you can use them in your cooking. I use bay all year round, but I do tend to use it a bit more during the winter months because I am making more stews and things like that.
You're actually quite good in the kitchen.
I love it. When I've got a bit of time, I do love nothing more than to put some music on and, you know, cook.
I hope your boys appreciate your cooking.
They don't at all,
Do
but
they
they
not?
will in the years to come. If it's not a chicken nugget, I can't get it in them.
Oh, God. Do you know?
No, they're not that bad, but, well, one of them is. I'm not going to lie. The other one's a bit more adventurous. Listen, I was the same. Honestly, I don't like to call them fussy, but yes, I was a very fussy eater when I was a kid. And now I will pretty much eat anything you put in front of me, so it'll come round.
I liked most of my mum and dad's cooking. My dad was really good, actually. Bless him.
I give him a few things, but... Yeah, they're still in that phase, I'm afraid.
Anyway.
But yeah, I use my bay all the time with my stews, my bolognese, even on your chicken nuggets. Stews, bolognese, lasagnas, all sorts of things. You can go out, and I love going out into my garden, and I get a couple of bay leaves. I get my rosemary bush, which my dad grew from a cutting, and my thyme plant, and I go and get my little selection and bring it in. I love doing that. So this is in a pot right near the back door. It wants a sunny spot if you can give it a sunny spot, but it really doesn't take a huge amount of looking after.
And you'll often find with commercial properties, you know, estate agents, restaurants, beauty salons, they'll very, very frequently have bay trees outside because they look classy, they look elegant, and they look good all year round. You know, I'm not being funny, but you know, businesses, they don't want to constantly be having to look at the plants outside and having to be messing around with them and, you know, changing them. These look good 12 months of the year. That price is amazing. It was the top seller last week. The price is correct. $49 tonight. It's the best price we've ever done on YouGarden TV. 680266. Now we would like to say a few hellos, because obviously a lot of you joining us on Facebook and of course YouTube Live. So. Right, so Dan Bancroft is watching. Now, we know Dan.
We do know Dan.
And Dan is going to be... Dan is a wonderful friend of ours, and he works on the channel Create and Craft.
He does indeed, yeah.
But he's going to be... I'm taking my mum to Harrogate for a little birthday treat next week. So Dan is going to be here. Now...
He's obviously doing his research, he's watching.
Well, I'm glad I'm not here with Dan, because Dan is taller than me, more handsome than me, and younger than you. All right.
There's a reason we picked him.
Yeah. Don't get too excited about it, Bex. But yeah, the lovely Dan is a great guy, is Dan. And
He's lovely.
Yeah, and he's going to be
So
here
looking forward to that.
next week. So yeah, you're going to have a lovely time. Nice to look at somebody good looking for a change, isn't it? All right. But who else is watching?
Linda.
Linda.
Good morning, Linda. You're watching
Linda's
lots,
one of our
aren't you,
regulars,
Linda?
isn't
Nice
she?
to see you.
Hello, Linda.
Please let us know if you're interested in anything today, and if you are making any purchases, let us know. Let us know in the chat what you're buying. We always like to know. We're nosy, aren't we? We like to know these things.
We do. And I'm going to say again, that free gift today is fabulous. It really, really is. But a lot of you over the past few weeks said, "Oh, have you got Christmas things coming up?" That's free gift, by the way. I know you've seen it a few times, but it's definitely worth placing an order today. And I will say, we have got hundreds of the free gift, but not thousands.
No.
And I'm going to be placing several orders. Bex is.
Well, there'll be 100 that go to Shaun with the amount of orders that he places.
Yeah.
So.
Honestly, I just love that. I've still got, well, at least 2 hanging baskets to do for the pub. Maybe I might do 4. But those in a hanging basket with some of the pansy cool wave and things will look amazing. So all you need to do is use the code YGTV46. Even if it's a little order, you'll still get your free gift.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you're just buying the battery with free delivery, you'd get your free gift. So.
Oh my, that would be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
So you'd get that for half price. You'd get, oh my word. And if you're a club member, you'd get 10% discount off that. So you'd get that for £13.50.
Stu, can we just do
Let's
that on the
do it.
website?
Yeah, let's show
just
people.
check that actually. I mean, I know it will work. But can we just show you the value today?
He's on it.
I know.
Oh, he sighed at you then. Did you hear that? He's giving us the side eye through our ear right now.
Well, I just wanted to show the value because that is really amazing. To get the battery and the free gift for $14.97 with no postage. So here's the website. You can also shop the rest of the website. So all the banners at the top there. So the battery. Great. Look at the reviews for that, by the way. Pretty much all 5-star. So there we go. We've used the code YGTV46, so they're free. Oh, look at that. Total saving $24.99, no postage. And if you were a club member, you'd get that for $13.50. So all of those gorgeous crocus and tulips, and of course the battery bush there as well.
That is incredible value. Look at that.
God.
That's amazing.
God. Yeah, so honestly, we've just got such a great show. I think we're going to be really busy today. But we have got some wonderful festive lights for you. Do you know what? We set the candy cane lights up earlier today, and it just made us both smile. And we've got them just.
I think that's why we're in such a good mood, actually.
It's like, you know what? 5 weeks, 5 days till Christmas. These are only $9.99. Again, they're battery operated, so they take 3 AA batteries. Look at those. It's a shame we can't bring the lights down, but you know what?
I love them. Oh, look.
Yeah, so Stu put these in his garden last night. Look at them.
They're only $9.99, by the way. Only $9.99.
And there's 6 candy canes.
6 candy canes, 25 centimetres tall, all in stakes. We've just stuck them into some pots with compost in. Obviously, you can put them along a pathway or do what we've done and put them into pots and things. But only $9.99. I was looking at Christmas lights recently because I'm a sucker for them. I absolutely adore them, and they can be very, very expensive.
And I just thought these were a little bit different. They were a lot of fun. I was thinking we sometimes do a charity Christmas tree at the pub, and you make a donation, and we raise money for, say, various charities. And I just thought these would be a little bit of fun around the Christmas tree at the pub, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
Just in pots. We've got ads in pots. They are battery powered, and all you need, and there are batteries on our website, is 3 AA batteries. But again, they're bright, they're cheery, they're fun. There is a timer on there as well, isn't there?
There is, yeah. So it's on for 6 hours, off for 18 hours. So once you put them in place, switch them on at the time you want them to come on.
Oh, that's good.
And then it'll just repeat that for you. It'll just keep doing that for you.
So you probably want to come on, I don't know, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock?
Probably about, it starts to get dark about 4, doesn't it?
I know.
Yeah, so about 4 o'clock, and then they'll go off at 10 o'clock, where we're all inside by that time, and then it'll just keep doing it every single day. The wonderful thing about these, though, I think, some of the lights that you can have, they don't look very interesting during the daytime. They can look a bit ugly during the daytime, but these actually look great during the daytime as well. So not only do you get that lovely interest at nighttime, but you get the lovely interest during the daytime. There's no having to, because they've got a little battery pack attached to them, there's no having to hang any wires out of, windows and all that sort of stuff. They're all relatively self-contained. So yeah, wonderful selection, I think, there. Yeah. And I think at $9.99, that is just incredible value.
Lot of fun,
there is postage on there, so you are going to want to try and add those into your basket with some other items to get yourself over that £30. Maybe even multi-order these, because you're getting 6, but maybe get 2 sets and have 12. Have them going either side of a pathway. That would be great.
Oh, they look so cute.
I love them.
Really affordable.
I am definitely ordering those.
161116. There is another option.
Oh, yeah.
On the show, which are the stars.
Yeah.
I mean, and you get 8 of these, don't you?
You get 8 of these, yeah. So arguably slightly better value. Absolutely gorgeous, 8 of them. They're slightly taller as well at 35 centimetres. Still got that same functionality on there with the on for 6 hours, off for 18 hours. So once you first set them up, just switch them on at the time you want them to come on at every day, and that's it. It will repeat it for you daily for as long as you have them outside.
Cool. So, yeah, you've been asking for Christmas, and we have got it
brought
today.
it.
And we're happy. Do you know, I went to a phase where I went off Christmas a little bit. I loved it as a child.
Yes.
Then I went off it a little bit, and now I absolutely love it.
I love it again.
Yeah.
It's a lovely time.
It is.
Eat all the food, have all the twinkly lights. Yeah. It's a great time of year.
I just like I love making the garden look extra pretty at Christmas.
Yeah.
I really do. I mean, I love having outdoor lights and outdoor Christmas trees.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah. I love it. So anyway, we've got some great value lights. Just while we're here, we have, of course, got our premium professional compost always on the show, pretty much. And we have got it at $24.98, 101.25. Again, if you're just thinking, I just need compost today, get it right now, and you will get those gorgeous free bulbs as well, worth $9.99. But do you know what? We never ever get bored about talking about our compost. We don't, honestly, because it is such a brilliant product.
Well, there's so much to say.
There is.
There really is so much to say about this. It's the home for your plants. It's the lovely warm duvet for your plants. It's what's going to feed them. It's what's going to make them bigger and better. If you are an inexperienced gardener, if you don't consider yourself to be a good gardener, definitely want to try out our premium professional compost, because thousands of people have in the past, haven't they? And they rave about it. It isn't just us, I promise you.
And you are so right. I think just by going for our compost rather than using the one you're currently using, instantly your gardening skills are improved massively.
Yes.
And postage is included. I mean, there's still lots to do in the garden. I'll still say got a few winter pots to do, winter hanging baskets. You maybe have got plants that need repotting, house plants and things like that. But I always think, Bex, it's good to have a stash of compost available, because there's nothing worse than suddenly buying something, thinking, I need to plant that up, and you've got no compost available.
I always do it. I always run out. I should follow your advice and always have some compost, but it is so good and I use it all the time. I've run out again. Always have some of this. It's delivered in those 2 different bags for you. It's also delivered in a box as well. So if you're multi-ordering, you can actually stack them they're easy to stack and store, and you've always then got, as Shaun says, access to them. So the ingredients in here are incredible, and it's always the same list of ingredients, recipe, formula, It's
actually quite prescriptive, for want of a better word, because every bag is pretty much identical. I've never opened, we must have opened hundreds of bags, but I've never opened a bag of compost and gone, oh, that's not our compost, that's a bit different. No, it's absolutely the same formula every single time. And I know Stu, who's our head of technical, he repotted all of his house plants about time, because they were looking a bit sad and miserable. So actually it was Stu's wife that actually repotted them. But it really is a brilliant compost. We said from anything from seeds to trees. Right, let's go through what's actually in it then, Bex.
Okay, so as I'm moving my hands through it, can you see all those little wood fibres in there? Really well composted as well. There's no big chunks or lumps or anything in here, as you might find with cheaper, more inferior compost. That composted wood fibre is great for a few different reasons. First of all, it gives you this this wonderful texture, as you can see, as I've been balling it up and then releasing it. You can see this lovely, light, airy texture that you've got with this. Now, that is really, really important, because what it means is that the roots can get in here and breathe and grow and spread, and they can create the strongest root structure possible. This is vitally important. It's all about creating those strong foundations. If you didn't have strong foundations on your house, it'd fall down. It's very similar with plants. If they don't have that lovely strong foundation, they will fall down. They will not create the beautiful flowers and the bumper crops of fruit. They will struggle to deal with changing weather conditions. They'll struggle to deal with any, you know, pests and diseases that might be out there. So if we can create that lovely strong root structure, that is, you know, vitally important. So that's one of the reasons for the composted wood fibres. But it also allows for even water distribution and for water retention in there as well. It'll help to hold on to the moisture. Really, really important. You'll be able to see, where's all the little green balls as I move my fingers through this? There's loads of them. There we go. Loads of little green balls inside the compost. Now, that is a slow release fertiliser. The slow release fertiliser is going to feed your plants for a good 6 months once you plant them in there.
Yeah. And it's really clever how these are made. So they really feed your plants as and when they require.
Yeah.
You know? So as Bex has just said, that will give them that food, that nutrition for up to 6 months. Different types of peat in here, Bex?
Yeah, 3 of them. So black and white peat makes up less than 50% of the entire compost. Stuart's naming famous peats now in my ear. Makes up less than 50% of the volume of the compost, which has been reduced over the years because obviously environmental issues, and we need to keep up with those. But we've still got that lovely feed in there for them.
Gosh.
We've got lime in here to balance out the pH as well. So this is where, when Shaun was saying about seeds through to trees, that's where that becomes really important, because it means that, you know, it really is an all-round compost, something that you can use on, you know, 99% of your plants and things. The only things you can't use it on is those that love the ericaceous compost.
Yes, which we do have on the website.
Rhododendrons, camellias, those sorts of things.
But it's a great day to buy a compost, because your free gift is, well, it's the best we've done, I think, since we started YouGarden TV. 30 crocus and tulips. You get 15 of each, and the tulips are more compact, just about 20 centimetres in height. They're just gorgeous. Look, you've got this like yellow yolky colour in the centre, slightly paler petals, and then the crimson underneath. 125, £24.98.
Love that.
Now, we've still got a whole selection of Christmas gifts coming up.
We've got the mushroom kit, which was really exciting, and you all were very going. Well, you were going for that last week. I got mine. It's out on the windowsill. I'm excited to do it. We've got some pots there that you can give us gifts as well.
I didn't order in the end, and I think I should have, so I might order today. We've also got the most gorgeous hellebores coming up as well. But come and join us, because we managed to get the details corrected for our choysia.
Lovely. What price are we saying it's going to be now?
£12.99.
Lovely.
But you get a £2 saving on it as well. And it is the choysia white dazzler. And this really is a dazzler, isn't it? I love choysias.
I do love choysia. I've got a choysia. I don't think it's the white dazzler though. But yes, this is absolutely gorgeous. You get this lovely evergreen foliage on the dazzler, on the choysia. But what you also get are these masses of these orange scented blooms on there as well. It's known as the Mexican orange blossom because you get that lovely citrus fragrance from here. You get, and in fact, you get a couple of blooms going on with this as well. So it'll happen sometime in spring. It'll happen sometime in late summer as well.
I mean, ours looks like it has got some buds coming.
I know.
Which is a bit random.
It's a bit odd at this time of year.
But the thing is, you know, with climate change, you know, odd things are happening in the garden. So, but it wouldn't normally be flowering in November.
No, not normally, but we haven't had a normal October, have we? So that's kind of why that's happening. This is one of, I think, the most, it's one of the best sort of compact, hardy, evergreen shrubs that you can have in your garden to get that lovely year-round interest. And it's also one of the most prolific flowering of the choysias too. So if you're going to go for a choysia, this could be the one that you go for.
In fact, I've just realised some friends of mine in my village, this is the one that they've got, and it was spectacular summer. So, Penny and Malcolm, this is, it's come back to me now. They definitely have got the white dazzler, and it was covered in flowers.
It's supposed to be one, like I say, one of the most prolific for the flowering.
It was amazing. Sunny spot, theirs was in a full sun.
Yeah, I'm going to say sun, but part shade I think will be fine.
Yeah, okay,
good. Choysias don't need full sun. They need a few hours of it. Yeah.
And it is only $12.99 today.
And so it is winter hardy, so it does have that lifetime guarantee from us. So if it fails to thrive, if it dies, but you've looked after it properly, then obviously we will replace it for you free of charge. You just have to get in touch with customer services, let them know what's happened. They will send another one out to you. All you have to do is cover the postage. But it also has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit as well.
I think the foliage is lovely as well. Bearing in mind it is evergreen, that really does look very pretty all year round. Really like that one. 51002. Now, Alwyn's joined us in Ruth. Good morning, girls. Lovely to have you company as ever. Right, some questions coming in about the Christmas trees from Alison. So,
yes.
What's Alison want to know? So, this is a good question.
Good question.
Alison wants to know whether she could leave them in the pot for a good few years. I'm going to say repot myself.
Are you?
Only from my own experience.
Well, so I think with the Christmas trees, you want to repot every couple of years. I don't think you have to do it every year, but you do need to repot every couple of years, let's say. I was just looking at the size of the pot.
The only reason I'd say that, just from my own experience, Alison, is because you don't want them to dry out. I repotted mine the first year. I got mine from YouGarden, so they were fine for Christmas. I did repot. And the other thing I'd say as well, it's only my opinion, but I live in quite a windy garden, so mine in the pots we're in were kind of like tipping over a bit in the wind. So I repot them in a bigger pot just to give it a bit more weight.
That would be fair, yes. They're not the size of the pots are fine for the size of the tree. But yes, if you want the stability, you might want to go for a slightly bigger pot.
So that's the pot it comes in, Alison. So that pot there, obviously it's all wrapped, but it's that size pot.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, personally, I would repot it.
Yeah, potentially repot the first year, and then the general rule is going to be every few years, every 2 to 3 years, you would repot, going forwards from there. It
will just save you in summer, when it's in a pot that size, I would be constantly thinking, is it drying out?
Is it drying out,
It's not massive, obviously fine for this Christmas. But yeah, I would. And you might want to put it in something a bit more decorative as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, there's things that you can do. You can get those lovely wraps, can't you? And Hessian and things like that to wrap it and decorate it. So it's up to you what you want to do with that. If you don't want to worry about it before Christmas, don't worry about it. It'll be absolutely fine for Christmas, and then you can repot after that.
Stay there. There you go.
You've unbalanced it now, haven't you? That's it.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna have to get round the front now. I tell you, I've put it on the lights. That's why, Bex.
Oh, there we go.
Tell you what, that is a gorgeous tree, though, isn't it?
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, it really,
I do
really
like
is.
the Norman fir, personally.
Yeah, and you've just got, I think it's more lush. It has spent most of its life grown in this pot.
Yes.
And I'll be perfectly honest, the reason why, trees are in, relatively small pots, it just obviously saves on delivery, it's a bit easier, but obviously it's going to be perfectly fine in this pot all through Christmas. And it's a breathing, living tree. It hasn't just been taken out of the ground and shoved in this pot in the last few weeks. A lot of the big stores, that's what they do.
Yes.
And actually, that's why a lot of trees, Christmas trees, when you see them in the pots, they almost look like they've just been stuck in there, and that's exactly what's happened. This has spent most of its life growing in that tree. We will be dispatching that straight away, by the way, because it's a living tree. If you don't have to bring it indoors yet, you might want to keep it outdoors, but it is a breathing, living tree growing in that pot. Free delivery when you, of course, spend over £30. So you will get that delivered absolutely free of charge as well. Just make sure you use the code YGTV46 and then you get those gorgeous free bulbs. More orders coming in, so thank you so much for joining us. 5 weeks, 5 days till Christmas Day.
I've barely done any shopping.
I've started, yeah.
I've done tiny bits.
Yeah.
But actually, there's a few things today that I'm thinking I might get as presents, so...
I've decided I'm going to get my nieces the mushroom kit. Because they're not, I'll be honest, they're not really into gardening yet.
No.
So I'm going to do my best to...
I'm sure you'll convert them.
Oh, well, gardening's such a great hobby. So
it is.
This is a... See, I think even if you've got kids, grandkids, whatever, nieces, nephews that are not into gardening, if they like mushrooms, I think they'll just be fascinated watching these grow.
I really do, and because you're going to get relatively quick results with this as well. This is something for, I mean, we're going to talk about kids initially, but it's great for adults as well, particularly somebody who just likes mushrooms. But you are going to get fairly quick results from this. So this comes to you like this. And then that's just the sleeve that goes around it. Those are your instructions that are in there as well. So you don't need to remember any of the things I'm telling you here. We're going to take the topsoil out, and then we're going to put the what's it called?
Oh God! Now it begins with M.
Oh my word! Hang on. It's called.
I'm having a blank now as well.
I'm having a blank. Colonised compost.
It didn't begin with M at all.
No, the mycelium, that's what you're thinking of.
Yes.
No, so this is the colonised compost. So we're going to put that with the lid on a windowsill somewhere warm, 20 to 25 degrees, not in direct sunlight, but a nice light, warm-ish room. And we're going to do that for about 4 days. And when the 4 days is up, we're going to take the topsoil, we're going to poke loads of holes in the bag, both sides, and we're going to soak it in about half a litre of water. Then we're going to take that out of there, put it on top of the colonised compost, put the lid back on and put it again somewhere nice and warm, 20 to 25 degrees, nice and light. Leave it for about 7 to 8 days, and at that point, that's when you're going to start seeing your mushrooms growing. That's what we're talking about with it being fairly quick results. They'll start growing around the edge, and then they will start filling out the entire pot, just like we're showing you here.
And you actually get up to 3 crops on here, don't you?
You do, yes. You can get multi-crops on it. You only want to pick the kind of ripe, the biggest mushrooms, the bigger ones that are ready. You take hold of it and you twist and pull, and it should just come easily out of the compost, and then another one will start growing, and you should get about 3 crops.
And I like the fact that you get everything in the kit for under £10, and it's easy. The instructions are really clear as well. So I've never grown mushrooms and read through the instructions. It could not have been clearer. But I think that could be a great Christmas gift. Obviously, it's still 5 weeks and a few days till Christmas. So if you are buying it as a Christmas gift, just store it somewhere dark and cool.
Yeah, just store it somewhere dark and cool. Wrap it, give it as a gift. I wouldn't be too worried about it at all. That mycelium will be there, and they can put the topsoil on, and they can start growing their mushrooms. It's just been a really fun thing to do.
I would have loved to have had that as a child. As a Christmas gift.
It's a great little thing, isn't it?
You know, I really would.
It's a nice, affordable gift as well, isn't it? Particularly if you're a club member, because you'll get an extra pound off that as well. So.
And that is at 161138. Now, we have got some beautiful gift ideas.
Yes. Stuart's just reminding us.
Yes.
There is actually a bigger one of this as well. So this one's 3 litres, isn't it?
Yes.
3 litre capacity. If you do like the idea of this, but you want a bigger one, there is a 7.5 litre one, isn't there? Which
actually will produce obviously a lot more mushrooms, but it's only £5 more. So if you did want to upgrade, you could go for that one. It's 161139. So. Yeah, if you just type in mushroom on the website, it will come up. But that's actually just better value, 161139.
Yeah, make sure you enter our code YGTV46 so that you get your free bulbs included in there as well, the tulips and the crocus included. Our best free gift that we have ever brought you.
I've never been so desperate to place an order today.
Seriously.
No. I want those. I want the free gift. I do.
Just want the free gift.
Yeah. So I'm going to be buying.
I'm definitely getting the candy canes. Definitely getting the candy canes. I might get that Head Gardeners collection as well. The red.
I'd like to buy a Little Sid, definitely.
Oh, Little Sid.
Yeah. And actually, I'm looking at the lights.
There's so many things.
I like the starlights as well.
Yeah.
And that bay tree.
Oh, that other light that we've got. We haven't shown you that one yet. That looks like a leaf. You can put it on your table or up on a wall. We'll show you that soon. That looks amazing too.
And I'm definitely buying those today, the hellebores.
Oh yeah, hellebores.
Yeah, they're coming up. But we've got some gifts for you right now. Should we start with this one from these tulips?
Yeah.
It's an outdoor zinc planter. So this planter designed to go outside. It's going to look fabulous. It's really tasteful, actually. But it does come with everything you need, bulbs and compost, all in there.
It does indeed. Look at those colour combinations.
I know.
Look at the colours you're getting there. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Ooh. Let's actually open it up, shall we, so that you can see what you're getting. So this just slides off like so. It does have all of the instructions on there as well, so if somebody doesn't know what they're doing, the instructions are all on there. Inside the trough is everything that you need. So you've got your compost included. This just needs soaking and it breaks down, and then you've got your compost. And then in here you've got your bulbs as well. So these are the Jimmy tulips and the Ronaldo tulips. I'd forgotten what the names were, yeah. So you've got your bags of your tulips in there, you've got your compost, you've got your planter, you've got all of the instructions on there. Wonderful for you to have just for yourself. Why don't you treat yourself and buy yourself a gift? But also, I do think that this makes a fantastic gift for somebody as well. Yeah. And please don't worry about giving this as a Christmas gift. I know we're supposed to plant tulips in November, but honestly, people can still plant them in December and January. You've done it before, haven't you?
I honestly have. In fact, we had a few messages on group chat, is it too late to plant bulbs? And I remember I was going on holiday in mid-January and I still had loads of bulbs to plant. And do you know what? It was one of the top gardeners said, look, if you've got bulbs, what are you going to do? Just leave them in a packet. And they're just going to then just rot away and be useless. Or plant them and see what happens. I thought, you're right. And I did this mad planting session at the beginning of January. And they all came up pretty much. And they're a bit late.
They might come up a little bit later than they normally would, but they will still come up.
And to be honest, some may be slightly shorter and stuff, but you know what? You can still plant.
Yeah, and the thing is, with these, they will naturalise,
of course.
So you'll still get them for many years to come. You can keep them in the planter. You can then take them out of the planter, put them into your borders, use the planter for something else. But you've always got options.
But maybe you've got somebody anyway that's got a birthday come up in November, early December. That would be a lovely gift, or just treat yourself at $14.99. But I love the fact everything's there. It's really tasteful, that one, isn't it? And you have got they actually tailors bulbs in there as well, so they're really good quality.
Yeah, really good quality.
That's a lovely gift, don't you?
I like that you've got all the instructions on there as well. Place the peat compost pellets in a suitable container. Add 1,400 millilitres of lukewarm water. Allow to stand and expand. It's all on there for you.
Your eyes are good today, Bex.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's got nice big writing on there, that's why.
Right, so that's the first one. Which one should we do next?
Oh, the spring garden.
Look at this. This is so pretty.
Look at those colour combinations again. You're getting your narcissi, you're getting your tulips in there. Around the back again, that's where all of the instructions are. It is that lovely zinc planter again with the rope handles. It just slides off. Inside you've got all of the things that you need in there, the compost and the packets of bulbs, which are labelled so you can see exactly what you're doing.
And do you know what? To give that as a gift, as that begins to grow, to flower, the enjoyment that the recipient is going to have is incredible. And obviously you can use the actual bucket time and time again. You know, once those bulbs are flowered, you can always say, take them out, let them die down naturally. But it's a gorgeous planter in its own right. Now, I'm going to just talk about the postage, I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah, let's do it.
The postage is $6.99. But I don't want you to pay that.
Nope.
So if you can manage to get your order to over £30, you will get free postage and packaging. But also do use that code YGTV46. That is the code that you need to use. Even if you buy other items on the website, always put that code in and it will unlock whatever promotions are available, and you're going to get your free gift as well. Then the final one we've got, very similar idea. So again, you've got the bulbs, you've got the compost, you've got fun instructions, is the allium collection. I think these are going to look really nice in there.
Ostara. Allium Ostara. Do you know, I haven't heard of allium Ostara
I was going to say,
before.
that's not one that we've actually had on the show separately.
It isn't. Yeah, they're really pretty. I am absolutely allium obsessed. I adore alliums. These are what you would expect from an allium as well. They're your classic kind of purple globe that you get. As with all alliums, they grow on lovely, tall, strong stems as well, which means that they are withstanding of, spring weather, summer weather. If it's a bit windy, they can stand up to it. I always say with alliums, they look like they defy gravity because you get this lovely solid ball of flowers up at the top. It looks like it should be falling over, but it just doesn't. They're so clever. I absolutely adore them.
We have saved, I think, the best still last over this side of the studio.
Oh, yeah.
These hellebores are just amazing. And we are going to give you 3 today for $19.99. Club members, you get your £2 off, so you get 3 for the best part of £18. The quality of these, I mean, these have literally been picked from our nursery by Craig right now.
Yep.
Just going to show you, really good root system, of course, but look at the amount of flowers, but look at this. There are masses of them. And, I mean, look at them. Seriously. There are dozens just waiting to come open.
Oh yeah, these have been bred specifically for more flowers and a longer flowering season. They're a slightly newer variety called Christmas Carol, and that is exactly why they were bred, so that you get more flowers and that they last for much longer.
And I was just going to say, Bex, a lot of hellebores, the actual flowers just nod downwards, so you don't get quite the joy from them. These seem upright.
They do,
as well.
don't they?
Look, can you see? They're not. A lot of hellebores, their heads are just down, and they're lovely. But these are more upright as well, so you get all of the benefit of them.
You do get all the benefits. I do love it when they do this as well. You get all those different colours going on there. I love them when they're bright white, but I do like those different colours and shades that you get on the petals too. I mean, these are just going to brighten. They're called Christmas rose because obviously they are winter flowering. They're in flower now. They will flower for you through till probably about March time, actually. So these are great to have as kind of Christmas decorations. They're wonderful for table decorations during the festive season, and then you can plant them out after Christmas is over, basically. Royal Horticultural Society have given them the Perfect for Pollinators badge because they are perfect for pollinators. They don't mind a slightly shady spot as well. It's not like they need to be in full sun, so this is brilliant. You can keep them in pots just like we're showing you here on this picture to have that kind of festive feel, but they're also really wonderful to put out into your borders as well. They are ridiculously easy to grow.
I've got them in really shady spots, and do you know what? They just brighten up the winter borders.
They don't mind, do they?
Do you know what? They are really good at self-seeding as well. So, if you leave the flowers on and they form seed pods, they really are good at self-seeding. I nearly dug. I suddenly noticed I was digging over the border the other day. I was like, oh, hang on, no, they're mini hellebores. Leave that. I was nearly threw them away with the leaves. So they're brilliant at sort of like naturalising, self-seeding. The one thing I say about hellebores is they don't like being moved.
No.
So get them in the plate. Give them their forever home if you can.
Yeah, they're great for the front of borders as well, actually, just because they're quite compact. So sort of, 30 centimetre by 30 centimetre is the sort of size that they're going to reach. So I've only got one, but it is at the front of the border.
I'm thinking, because I've still got a few things to do in the pub garden, they'd look amazing in pots for the winter, wouldn't they?
They really would.
Yeah. That's great. They're really big, strong, healthy plants and a brilliant variety that we have got for you today.
And all 3 of them. That's incredible. It's definitely one that you want 3 of as well, isn't it?
No, I want 6.
I just meant multiples.
It's
definitely one that you'd want multiples of.
Yeah.
Really good quality plants there.
Thank you to everyone that's ordering today, by the way. It's a busy show, but so many brand new, wonderful items for this time of the year. And we always say with YouGarden, it's gardening for everybody. So no matter what size garden you've got, no matter how experienced you are, we have got products for everybody. But also, we do bring things that are right to have right now.
That's it.
So everything on the show is perfect for your garden right now. And I am excited about Christmas. I like your idea of keeping these indoors, maybe for, I would say probably a cool room. Again, don't shove them right next to the radiator.
No.
But I'm thinking if you've got a little porchware, something like that with the hellebores in.
Yeah, it'd be lovely, particularly if you're hosting Christmas. You know, it's lovely to have those lovely decorations at Christmas.
I'm delighted to say I'm not hosting Christmas this year.
Oh, I always do.
I normally do, but this year we've been invited to some friends.
How lovely.
And they're doing all the work.
You get to sit back, drink wine.
Well, I do that anyway with them. But no, I'm really excited, because I've cooked Christmas dinner for about the past 7 years. And I get the day off.
Day off, nice.
Yes.
I love it. I spend my entire day in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I love it.
Yeah, well.
Not all of it, but I have a bottle of wine, cooking.
I do like cooking. But I just have for a change.
No, it's nice. It's nice to sit back sometimes.
And it's Vicky, who's invited us, walking distance from our house as well.
Oh, very good. I quite like it because he has to deal with the children and building the presents and the toys.
That's a husband, by the way.
And putting the batteries in, all that stuff that drives me mad. So he gets to do that and I get to go and do the cooking.
Yeah, you're a good cook anyway. Right. Good morning. Any comments, by the way? Any questions? We would love to hear from you. So,
yes, please.
My name's Shaun, S-H-A-U-N, Shaun Ryan, presenter and plant man, if you want to follow me on social media. This gorgeous lady, this young girl that I work with, according to my mum.
I am Bex with an X. Edwards on Instagram and on Facebook. Yeah. If you search for Bex Edwards My Garden, you'll find us.
So we'd love it if you wanted to follow us, and we'd love you to comment on the show. Right, we've got more views joining us. Let's remind you of what we've seen so far. Right, this is the most popular item this week. In the last 7 days, more of you have ordered this than anything else. I'm not surprised. It's our bay tree bush. In fact, if you want to be really crafty, look, postage is included. If you want to, you could do 2 separate orders, get 2 free gifts. I didn't tell you that, but hey. And that is 680266 at $14.99. Now, our wonderful head gardener, remember, we are the deputy head gardeners, Bex and I, but the head gardener is our Peter McDermott, and he's put together a fabulous collection. Now, you've got 3 gorgeous shrubs here. The grass is the red barren grass. The bottom right is the Fritillaria, the little red robin. That's evergreen. It's an amazing shrub that looks good all year round, but I love the new growth that's really red. And then, top left, you've got the Nandina. Now, the Nandina is firepower. This has interest all year round. So in the summer, you get white flowers that turn into berries. In the winter, the colder it gets, then the redder the leaves actually become. And honestly, it's just the most gorgeous plant. That will grow in pots. It's great in pots, also great in beds and borders. Quite compact. So it's not going to take over. It's not a bamboo or anything like that. But when it's really cold, the red that you get is absolutely fantastic. And there's a red barren grass. So 3 wonderful, plants there, working out about £8.33 each, which is amazing value as well. A saving there of £23 here on YouGarden. So great selection there that I know is going to be really popular today. 201210. Now, we have got a very special rose today, and many of you will have been watching MasterChef with a fabulous Greg Wallace. I mean, he's so great, isn't he? Such a lot of fun. Incredibly talented, of course, as a chef and a presenter and author. Now, this rose is called Little Sid, and you can see that's Sid, the wonderful Sid. And the reason why we are bringing you this rose today is because Sid is non-verbal autistic, and this is going to help raise money towards the incredible charity called Ambitious About Autism. And a £5 charitable donation will go to that amazing charity with every single rose purchase. And it is a gorgeous red rose. Wonderful flowers, repeat flowering, grown to be incredibly disease resistant. Loves a sunny spot, will cope with partial sun, and will actually survive in relatively poor soils as well, like most roses will. It does arrive as a bare root. Just remember, full instructions come with it, but give it a soak. Dig a nice big hole, pop some nice organic matter in there, some mycorrhizal root grow if you can, or some bloodfish and bone. Give it a good water, and next spring, next summer, it's going to be absolutely magnificent, and probably flower from about June all the way through to October. I say that candidly because actually with climate change, you may get flowers as early as April, May, you may continue to get flowers into November. I've got roses flying right now, but generally speaking, June till October. 540266, a beautiful rose and a beautiful charity to support as well. 540266. Now, this is a lovely choysia. It's called White Dazzler, and it is known for its prolific flowering. And we are talking about a choysia covered in these white fragrant flowers. Absolutely delightful. Now, it is evergreen as well, so you're going to get lovely. I think the foliage of this is actually quite delicate looking, really, really attractive, but it is all about the flowering performance of this one. Masses of white fragrant flowers that will delight you during the summer months, and you may even get a second flourish a little bit later on as well. That is down to £12.99, 511002. Now, we've also got some brilliant Christmas items on the show. And do you know, we've not got everything in the studio, but do check out the website. So this is the Norman Fir. It's a fabulous tree pot grown Christmas tree. Now, there is a difference. A lot of the big stores at this time of the year, they basically dig up Christmas trees and put them in pots. Now, the danger with that is they've gone through a process that would involve shock. And if you've ever bought a Christmas tree, a living Christmas tree, and it's not survived, chances are it's because it's been recently dug up and put in a pot. These have spent most of their lives growing in this pot. So they've got their own home environment. I think it means they've got a far better chance of surviving. They will come to you. We are going to dispatch in the next few days, and they will be about 1 to 1.2 metres tall. But this, with it being the Norman Fir, it's got the really thick, luscious branches, absolutely gorgeous. And isn't it going to be wonderful to have this Christmas tree year after year after year? I've got 2 from last year. I'm really excited about decorating them for this Christmas. Then they've grown quite a lot actually. So that is only £39.99. Hey, you know the postage? That is £8.99. It will disappear if you use our code. So we will deliver that absolutely free of charge, and you get your free bulbs worth £9.99. 170036. Now, you've also spotted on our website Christmas in a box. Right, this is really good. You get a Norway spruce cut tree. You get a gorgeous wreath. And these are all real, I should point out. They're not faux, they're real. And you will get the garland. And these are all decorated, as you see on the imagery. So you need to decorate your tree. We've done the garland and the wreath. Now, these will be dispatched from the beginning of December, because obviously they're real, they're fresh. They will be dispatched early December, just so you can enjoy them for, over the festive season, but not too early, so they're not going to look their best. And £69.97 with a saving of £30. If you'd like to buy the wreath or the garland separately, we do have them available on the website as well. But the best value is to buy Christmas in a box. I love the fact that it's all been done for you, and the wreath and the garland are all decorated beautifully. The tree is going to be fabulous. The wreath, by the way, is on my website, but the garland that we're looking at right now is my personal favourite, and that's only £24.99 with a £5 saving. I think Christmas in a box is the best one, don't you, when you get all 3 there. But that is lovely. There's a tree separately as well. But if you want to go for all 3, just £69.97, saving the best part of £30 there. And that has been popular. So yeah, it will be dispatched early December, because it's all fresh. So it's not faux, it's not, plastic, it's the real thing. And so that means it's going to smell gorgeous as well. Now, there is something that we haven't got displayed in the studio, but how cool is this? It's called a light vine. Hey, do you know what? So I've just had a conservatory built, and I'm just thinking that up the wall in the conservatory would look amazing. I love the look of it. Do you know, I don't think that's just for Christmas, do you? That could be decorative all year round, but look at that on the main dining table. Oh, I do like that. It's over 2 meters long. It's got a 3-metre flex to get it to the nearest socket. It's obviously a plug-in one. You've got 144 LED lights, and they're that lovely warm glow. But it's the most stunning vine. I think that looks great. That's what it looks like in the box. But you can either put it on the wall. But I really liked it on the table. But that could look anywhere where you want to create that wonderful vine look. That's really nice. Do you know what? We've got a wall in our pub that'd look really good on as well, like a stone wall. Right, love that one. $19.99. It is obviously mains operated. It is indoor only. $19.99, 161347. Now, you've also loved our candy canes. These are fun, aren't they? Battery operated. They take 3 AA batteries. There's an auto timer, so what you can do is set that so they're on for 6 hours operated. That's just going to save on the batteries. I mean, obviously, they don't require a huge amount of battery power because it's low voltage, but they're going to look great around the garden. They're going to look great in pots. Safe outdoors because they are battery operated. I'll be honest, what I tend to do with the battery pack, I tend to still try and keep it covered. So I tend to put it in a little plastic bag, like a food bag, something like that, just obviously to protect it. But they are battery operated, so of course safe to go outdoors. And they are only £9.99, 116. They've been popular today. Now, also coming up in the next part of the show, we have got our stars. Now again, same principle, they're battery operated, 3 AA batteries. They are a little bit taller than the cane, so they're 35 centimetres in terms of height, and you do get 8 of the actual stars there at just $9.99. You've also got the timing function on there, so you can set them so they're on for 6 hours. So, you know, that might be, I don't know, 4 till 10 o'clock at night, something like that. Depending on when you want to take advantage of them. But I love outdoor Christmas lighting, don't you? And I think they're going to look absolutely magical. There's so many more choices nowadays than when I was a child. I mean, God, lighting was so expensive. And you only had one set of lights and they were indoors. But they allow you to really have a fabulous display outdoors over Christmas time. Just $9.99. There are other lights on the show, so just obviously check out the website, YouGarden.com. And I'll say it one more time. Use the offer code YGTV46. That will get you all the offers that are available, but also your free bulbs, which are the best free bulbs we have done this year, which are worth $9.99. So I've got to show you them one more time, because honestly, our free gift today, I think that's why we're so busy, Bex. I mean, who would not want those?
I adore these. I think this is the best, we both agree, don't we? This is the best free gift we have ever brought to you since we've been broadcasting on YGTV. It looks like a designer collection. You're getting 30 bulbs included. And the combination of these two, you've got the Johann Strauss tulips in there, which, I mean, the colours on those are incredible. They're a slightly shorter variety as well, which means they work perfectly with the crocus in there too. I'm in love. I'm going to place a couple of orders, and I'm going to do a lot of my Christmas shopping on YouGarden. I've decided I'm giving living gifts this year, so I'm going to do it in a couple of different orders, so I get a few bags of those. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to be really savvy with my orders because I want lots of these. Yeah. So I'm going to be really smart with my orders. My friend who is well into her gardening now, she's got into it in the last few years. She loves it.
Thanks to you.
I'm thinking about, because what we showed you earlier, the bay tree bush, which is $14.99. And if you're a club member, you're going to get an extra £1.50 or something off that. $13.49 it'll come out. If you put the code in, YGTV, YGTV46, you're also going to get this bag of bulbs included as well. So I might just give all of that as a gift. She'll think I've spent an absolute fortune on her.
So that is a brilliant
thing. I get all of that for under 14 quid.
Do you know what would be nice for Bex and I on the group chat today on Facebook and, of course, YouTube? Let us know what you think of the free gift. Do you love it as much as we do?
Is it the best one we've ever done?
Yeah. So, yeah, just we'd love to know what you think of the free gift today. And honestly, it's not too late to plant these at all.
No.
I planted about...
I've still got bulbs to plant.
Yeah. I planted about 200-odd crocus yesterday.
Yeah.
And I did it really quickly, literally.
It doesn't take long, does it?
No.
Get a dibber.
Yeah, I just used my finger. I did the pub troughs, and I literally did loads of this and just popped them in, you know. But that is a great free gift. But let us know what you think as well. Right, Bex?
We're going to the end.
I see lots of new items.
We got quite a few new ones. We're bringing you to the mini dust. We did have these last week, but they were incredibly popular, so we have brought these ones back for you. And this is the pack of the miniature daffodils. So these are the shorter ones, normal daffodils. There's lots of them, but the larger variety of dust, they can reach sort of 40, 50 centimetres in height. These are only going to reach about 20.
And actually, Bex, I'm thinking these would go really well planted with the free gift because you get your crocus come first, and these sort of in the middle, and you get your tulips.
Yes, and you've got that lovely little yellow colour on the Johann Strauss tulips as well, so that will really bring out the yellow colours and complement beautifully.
Yeah, that'd do a lovely display.
Oh, Shaun, there's a reason you're into gardening, isn't there, eh?
They would look good. Do you know what?
Reason you're here.
I'll be honest, yesterday when I did me and my other half, we own the village pub, and the garden's really important for us there. And I say garden, it's lots of pots and troughs actually, and it was really just a car park, but we've done what we can to make it into a garden area. And I'll be honest, the weather was not great, and part of me was like, oh God, do I really have to go out and do it? But I was so pleased I did, because when I finished, I was picturing springtime and Mother's Day, and everyone sat there enjoying the garden. So it's really worth just making that bit of effort, even though, say it's November, get them planted, and they'd go great with free gift as well.
Totally.
And I love the short ones, they're just really cute, aren't they?
Yeah, they're lovely. And is this a double deal? Yeah, it's a double deal. That's why I've got 2 packets here. So yes, you can go for the 1 packet if you want to, but obviously the best value is to double up and go for 2 packs, which means you will get 70 bulbs in total for that double up deal. You do need the code though. Put in the YGTV 46, or you won't get the discount. You'll just pay twice.
Yeah, 600-317 is your item number. Now we've also got our tulip red riding hood. These are classic. Yes. Classic
tulips. I think these are beautiful. In fact, I'm sure these are the ones that I was doing my videos of last year when these tulips were coming out, and the joy that I feel when I start seeing the tulips, because it really is, it's just that spring bulb that's, it signal. I know we're all excited about Christmas, so don't get me wrong, yes, we're very excited about Christmas, but once that's done, you can't wait for winter to be over. And your tulip red riding hoods are going to be the ones that make you go, yes, summer is on the way, the lighter days are coming. They're just so full of joy, full of hope, and that's genuinely what I feel when I see the tulips coming. These ones are the gorgeous ones, not only because you've got that bright red colour, but you've also got a bit of interest going on with the foliage as well, because you get that lovely mottled purple striped foliage.
By the way, we're getting really good feedback about our free gift today.
Aren't we? Elaine,
it's good, isn't
Olwyn,
it? Lynn,
you're all fans, thank you. We thought so, didn't we?
We were really excited about it.
Very excited.
Yeah.
They saved them, didn't they?
They did. We knew nothing about that free gift.
Didn't know anything about it.
We got the description on Friday, I think it was, but we didn't know how good it was until literally this morning. So we only saw the image this morning. We're like, oh my word! And I'll be honest, it's made me want to place lots more orders.
Yes, definitely.
So thank you. Great feedback on the free gift today. We'll feed that back to our head gardener and the team.
Yep.
The tulips also on a double up deal, so 20 for £9.99, or you can go for 40 for £14.98.
And by the way, all of it, I mean, Shaun often points this out, but you know, the instructions, but planting depth, plant spacing, the details of that is always on the bag for you. So if you're unsure, then you know that information is on there. You really don't. I mean, you don't have to think too hard about planting tulips, but you know, if you're unsure, the details are there for you.
And it is pointy side up.
Yes.
Yes.
Although, yeah, I mean, it is pointy side up.
Do you know what?
Don't worry too much, though.
And I know, because on the website, and you often say this, Bex, but if you're not sure about a bulb, it just says plant on its side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a really good tip. If you don't know, nature will find a way, as that famous line in the movie.
I thought that was quite a good little tip on our website.
It is, just point it on its side. I mean, sometimes a bulb really isn't obvious which is the pointy side and which isn't.
Yeah.
I do get that. Sometimes it's really not clear, but the majority of the time you will be able to tell it's pointy side up, but if you're not sure, it will find its own way.
There's
nature is amazing.
You get particularly small ones and you actually look and think, hang on, you know, it's very obvious, I think, with a big bulb like a tulip, but some of the smaller bulbs sometimes.
Sometimes it can be more tricky.
And I tell you the ones I sometimes struggle with, begonia corms, because because they're like it's the shape of, you know, like you're supposed to put like the rounded bottom. That's like, but sometimes you think like, which is the concave and the convex bit. But anyway,
there's always lots of information for you on the YouGarden website. There's the blog. You know, there's lots of information there. If you're ever unsure of something, you can always message in to us. We'll see if we can answer for you. We're obviously going to try and create lots of content as well to explain anything. So if there's anything you want to know about, let us know, and we'll see if we can create some videos.
And if we don't know, we've got a hotline to the head gardener.
Head gardener.
Yeah.
He's taught us so much, hasn't he?
He has.
If we're ever unsure, we just ask him.
So, tulips, Red Riding Hood, you can go for 20 for £9.99. Or you can double up and go for 40 for £14.98. And always use that code to get your free bulbs. Let us know, because you know how nosy we are. Has anyone really milked the system today and put in separate orders and got lots of free gifts?
Yeah.
Who's got the most free gifts today?
Apparently somebody has been doing it. Well done, you.
Good, that's what I'm going to do.
Well done.
Right, we have got our Ilex Golden King coming up for you next. Now, we both love the foliage on this, don't we? Oh.
Adore anything variegated. I've got a thing about it. I love it. Just a bit of extra interest for you here, isn't it? This one has the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit. It has been tested, trialled, rigorously put through its paces, and the Royal Horticultural Society have deemed it to be worthy of that award. If they say so, I'm all for it, because they know a thing or two, don't they? It also is winter hardy, so it has that lifetime guarantee from us at YouGarden. Obviously, this is going to be winter hardy. You know, of course it is. But if it does struggle, you just need to get in touch with us and we will replace it for you, free of charge, just covering that postage cost. You do get full year-round interest on here with it being evergreen, because not only have you got those evergreen leaves, but you're also going to get lovely little white flowers in the spring. You're going to get lovely kind of reddish brown berries in the autumn as well. Those flowers are nectar rich, so there's pollinators are going to adore them. The berries are going to be loved by the birds. If you want to turn your garden into a wildlife paradise, this is definitely a plant that you want, isn't it?
And it's not too spiky, this one.
No, it isn't, is it? Knocked it over.
Hang on. let me just get this one back. Now, these are normally £10 each. They're working out under £4 today. Really, really good roots, ready to be planted right now. In 9 centimetre pots. And it works out, say, just £4 each. But they could look great, you know, if you want to do some winter displays, they'd make great centerpieces in pots, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would, absolutely. And I've never really done that centerpiece thing, so I must start looking at doing things like that. Get some pots and do that lovely centerpiece with some bits around the edges. They're really gorgeous. These are also really tolerant of like sea air and pollution and things as well. Some plants really struggle in those circumstances, but these ones actually are fine with it.
And I mean, I've got holly in really exposed spots. So I live in the middle of the country, you know. So like, and it can be really quite windy, but they do really well there.
Yeah, they're fine. Yeah. These are tough as old boots.
Yeah.
I love that saying. But they are tough as old boots, these ones.
I remember one time having a bit of a flashback, but when we just moved into our house, I was really excited about the garden, and then it was the middle of summer, and there was this horrendous afternoon where the wind was really strong, and it literally shredded a fig tree that was in the pot. I mean, literally, like in hours. I was like, I mean, the fig tree luckily has survived, but it like lost all its leaves in the wind. So, but these do great anyway. Yeah. So pretty much, as you said, tough as old boots.
Oh, I love it. It's a Peter saying. It's our head gardener saying, but
tough as old boots.
It's definitely a good one. It's a survivor.
It
for
is.
Sure.
And only £11.97, so 501461 is your item. Now, we had a few requests for hyacinths in the past few weeks, so we didn't have any. So we've got them on the show today.
I love these. They look like red onions. Look at how
really
big they are.
Really good sized bulbs, aren't they?
There's massive, super sized bulbs on here, and you're getting a double up deal, so you can get.
And she was
quite stern.
She was quite stern, bless her. She did have a heart of gold, but she was, as a child, she was very stern. But Auntie Mule, and I called her Auntie Ariel until I could learn how to pronounce it, and she hated that. But I do have very fond memories of her growing hyacinths.
Yeah.
Every year, but she grew them indoors, and she'd have them on it. She had a bay window, and she'd grow them apart. And I remember the fragrance being wonderful.
Oh,
actually.
It is wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, you can grow them indoors, you can grow them outdoors. They'll just flower at slightly different times, depending on what you're doing with them. But they are beautifully majestic, aren't they? You get these lovely kind of spikes. Well, not spikes, but they're quite tall, aren't they? The flowers that you get from there. About 40 centimetres in height, these can reach. Normally flowering sort of, I mean, if you plant them outside, we're talking springtime, aren't we? Sort of February, March time. They are absolutely beautiful.
A little bit later, March, April, I'd say.
March, April. Yeah, and you get a beautiful, beautiful scent from these. And I just adore the colour. I think they're really pretty.
They're gorgeous.
Really pretty colour.
Just quick apologies. Apparently our live stream stopped for a second.
Oh, what did they miss?
Yes, so sorry.
They missed you talking about your auntie.
It's fine.
You didn't miss anything. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
So that's the first time that's ever happened, but apologies if you're thinking, where have we gone? That's going to throw my mum if she's watching. Oh no, my mum's not watching today.
Oh, we're okay.
She's out on a shopping trip with a community group called Good Companions that looks after the elderly. So she's
okay.
Yeah, she's out on a shopping trip. Do you know what really makes me laugh? Sorry, I'm going off a few tangents today, but my mum's 83 and one of her favourite things is, I'm not going to that, it's full of old people. Mum, you're 83. She answered that a few times. Oh, are you going to go to so-and-so? Oh, no, that's full of old people.
Oh, I love that.
I know.
Oh, you can take the mickey out if she's not watching. Will she watch it back? Only if you put it on for her.
Yeah, she watches it. No, she always watches it back.
Does she?
Yeah,
oh,
I sometimes do after because her hands are bad. She can't sit use remote control. Anyway, we digress. Thank you for rejoining us. Those of you that say lost a live stream, the Hyacinths buy 10 for $9.99, or you can double up 2 for $14.98.
Yeah. And remember, you can grow indoors and you can grow outdoors. Just slightly different flowering time. I think that's where I was getting myself confused.
February, that's why you did the early ones.
Yeah,
you confused me.
If you've grown them indoors, they'll flower earlier, so from about February. If you've grown them outdoors, it'll be later, so from about March, April.
Now you're making sense.
I'm getting there. Sorry.
Yeah. But they are brilliant. And I actually, again, if you want to make up gifts, 3 of those in a pot, grow them inside, give them as a gift.
Yeah,
lovely. They made me...
That strappy foliage on there as well is really lovely, isn't it? Love that.
And they're only $9.99 or $14.98 if you double up as... 600 107. Lots of you ordering today, and say thank you. We love being our potting shed. And for those that are brand new, where are we? We are in an 11-acre nursery in Lincolnshire. We've got a ginormous potting shed that is our studio, and we just love being here. And everything that we bring you is, and we honestly mean this, is of the highest quality. We offer a lifetime guarantee with all the winter hardy products.
We do indeed, yeah.
There's our nursery. This is where we live.
Just up there on the left.
Yes, I say live. We're here a lot, but we absolutely love it, and everyone here is passionate about gardening. A lot of the staff are really highly trained in horticulture. We do have lots of different sections of nursery. You just saw like the tropical section there with the oleanders. We had the Acer selection there. That's one of the great picking and packing areas, and every single plant is inspected. YouGarden spent many, many years developing their packaging, which is now all 100% recyclable. It allows the plants to have in perfect conditions. You saw there the reservoir as well.
Yeah, that was a recent addition, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was done the last few years, and that saves, I think it's about 4 million litres of watering a year. And all the lifting vehicles...
Oh, they're all electric now, aren't they? Yeah. All the packaging is recyclable, so there's a lot that we're doing to try and be more, environmentally friendly as a company.
But we're just really proud to be here working with YouGarden, and we get great reviews. And I just want to say, if you ever get an order that isn't 100% spot on for whatever reason, let us know. Don't just sit there at home and not be happy and put maybe a bad review on. Just speak to one of our customer care people, and they want to sort it out, And true story, I've got a neighbour in my village. She'd bought from YouGarden for years, about 10 years, and then one order came through, and there was just one plant in there that she wasn't 100% happy with, and I said, look, she said, oh, it's all right, but it's just, I said, look,
get in touch, absolutely.
And she did, and it was all sorted, and she was really happy. So we do get amazing reviews on Trustpilot and FIFO, but we do dispatch millions of plants a year. So if the odd one isn't perfect, just let us know and we'll do our best to put it right.
And the deliveries are pretty quick as well, I think. You know, we aim for between sort of 5 and 7 days. Often it is much quicker than that. I've had a next day delivery a couple of times now, actually. Obviously, we can't guarantee that, but sometimes it is really quick.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be quick this week because I'm going to be placing several orders because I want all those
all
free
the crickets.
Right, this, we actually requested to have this back today because you loved this on our Sunday show. It's something that I don't know why, but I've never grown this.
No, it's a bit weird and wonderful.
It is.
And I love anything that's a bit strange and a bit weird and just a little bit different. And this Fritillaria orange is definitely one of those. It's quite majestic, isn't it? It's got a kind of common name, I don't like that. It's got a name of Crown Imperial. You can see why, can't you? It's like a crown up at the top there.
A popular name.
A popular name. There we go. A common name. What a horrible way to describe it. It's a very stately and majestic spring bulb, very unusual. It actually apparently has a unique fragrance that repels things like moles and mice and rodents and things.
Really?
Apparently so, yeah.
That's interesting.
I know. It will also naturalise if you leave it in the ground, which is brilliant.
Ooh.
You get these lovely chunky copper-coloured stems that hold those flowers, that cluster of those downward-facing orange flowers on there, and then that lovely tuft, that crown of foliage at the top there. They can reach quite, decent heights as well, metre 20 in height, which is quite incredible.
Why have I never grown this?
I don't know.
Because I've got like a little tropical area in my garden. I'm just thinking these in pots would look amazing.
Oh my word, yes they would.
Okay.
Royal Horticultural Society have given it their award of garden merit too, and it's a winter hardy product, so it has the guarantee from us.
It's definitely winter hardy.
Yeah.
Why have I never grown that?
I know, it's great.
Right, okay. Always a first.
It's a double up deal as well, so I appreciate you might look at it and go, but I'm only getting 2 bulbs. Yes, but this is amazing. This is stand out. This is, get the neighbours talking kind of flowers. So you do get 2 really big bulbs. Look at the size.
They're like tennis balls.
Look at the size of that bulb there. So you're getting 2 of those, but you can also double up and get 4 of those, which obviously represents better value. So I think, go for the double up deal if you can stretch to that, and then get your order over your £30. Don't pay any postage. Make sure you put in the code YGTV46 and you will also get your free crocus and tulip pack as well.
Do you know, I've got a confession to make. I didn't place an order last week.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
No, do you know what? I meant to. And I don't know why I didn't, but I'm actually kind of glad now because I already had my free sweet pea seeds. I had 7 packets of those. But now, because there's so many things, because I meant to order those last week, they were on my list. And the bay trees were. But remember, the free gift today is these gorgeous tulips and crocus bulbs worth £9.99 that are just best gift we've done. So yeah. So I'm going to order those this week.
Lovely.
Yes, I'll let you know how I get on.
I have. I planted some. Hopefully they'll be fine. Apparently they don't do very well in clay soil.
They like well drained.
They like it well. They like a more well drained soil. So I did put some of the compost in the hole.
Yeah, it should be
so
all right.
hopefully, fingers crossed. But just bear that in mind when planting.
Yeah. And if they don't do well, you know not to do it again.
Exactly. I'll put them in a pot next time.
Right, I tell you what else has been really popular. I mean, God, this is just, we honestly, and I'm not just saying it, we honestly thought at the weekend this was a mistake.
We did, didn't we?
We honestly did, not just saying we did. We sort of got the $14.99 just, which is the best price we've ever done. But it was the free delivery because they're big, they're heavy.
They're big, heavy plants, yeah, absolutely. Well established. Been growing for a few years, that.
Yeah. But it's not a mistake because they have brought the offer back at $14.99. It was the best seller over the weekend, as you can imagine. And actually, if you like, a lot of you will probably want a pair of these. If you did do it as 2 separate orders, you'd get 2 free gifts. I know, but you would. Just bear that in mind. And the bulbs are worth £9.99. So, first of all, you're smelling the leaves here. Bay tree leaves smell divine, don't they?
They really do smell lovely. And obviously you can use these in your cooking. They're a gorgeous flavour to add into your cooking if you're doing any kind of stews and soups and bologneses and lasagnas and things like that. It's fantastic. I use bay all year round in cooking, more so in the winter just because I make lots of stews and things like that.
Actually, I mean, I've actually bought bay leaves.
Yeah.
And I mean, God, I can't remember what it was for a little pack. I mean, I'm not saying it was, lots, but it cost I think you're probably going to spend at least, you know, £1 to £2, aren't you?
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
And I've done that. What a waste when you can actually just...
I adore it. I love going outside and picking the bay leaves and picking the rosemary and picking the thyme, whatever it is I need to then go and take inside for the cooking. But the beautiful thing about this is not only is it a functional thing that you can use the leaves in your cooking for, but it looks amazing absolutely all the time because it's evergreen. It always looks like this. And even some evergreen plants that you get in your garden, they have just an off month every now and then. This really doesn't appear to have an off month at all.
Do you know, there's some new houses that have been built down my road, and they're really like lovely houses. I mean, really nice. But they've all got bay trees outside.
Yeah.
They always look sophisticated, don't they?
They're low maintenance, so that's one good reason why why people have these outside of businesses and those beautiful houses, because actually you don't really need to do much to them, and they just always look absolutely gorgeous. They're winter hardy down to about -5, so you really don't need to do too much to them, and they have the Royal Horticultural Society Award of Garden Merit, so total proven performers.
Do you know where we used to work? There were two big troughs outside the main entrance.
Used to drive me mad. That.
Oh, do you know what? The plants looked half dead for about 11 months out of 12, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it's because the wrong things are put in there. Had these been planted years ago, they'd have looked good.
All the time.
All the time.
With very little looking after. They only require minimal pruning just to sort of, keep them, tidy and in shape and what have you. I mean, they can grow really big if you want them to. In fact, there's a house around the corner from me. They've got one of these out the front, and it's big. It can get to sort of 10 metres high and several metres wide if you want it to. But you can prune it and trim it and shape it very, very easily. Mine's growing in a pot quite happily. Just cut it back every now and then.
But if you want something that looks good all year round, minimal efforts, you've got the benefit of using the leaves for cooking, and the price today, and we mean this hand that, best price we've ever done, they're £14.99 with free delivery and your free crocus bulbs with those divine tulips as well, all delivered free of charge.
Just that as an order, I think, is just it's the best value, particularly if you're a club member as well, because you'll get an extra like £1.50 off this. You'll get that delivered, no postage, plus you'll get your 30 of your spring bulbs, your tulips and your crocus. And that'll cost you like £13.50 or something like that. It's such good value.
Right. Thank you to everyone that's watching. But you're loving our Christmas items as well, so let's remind you of some of the great lights. What do you think of the vine, Bex?
I adore the vine.
Yeah, I do.
I'm very much thinking about adding this. I've got a very bare wall in my living room that will look amazing as like that. And actually, it could be that all year round. It doesn't have to be just a Christmas thing, does it? It could actually be gorgeous all year.
I mean, I've got we've got a stone wall in our pub, and it would look absolutely amazing. I like it as a centrepiece on the Christmas table, though. Done that really nice, quite organic looking. I love the way that it just weaves around the place. Over 2 metres in length, got 144 LEDs in total. It is mains operated, of course, and it is indoor use only. Do bear that in mind. Please do not put it outside. It's not designed for that. It is indoor use only. 161347, and that is down to £19.99. These are fun. So now these can go outside with them being battery operated. What I always say is the little battery pack, I would put it in like a little plastic bag, like a food bag, something like that, just to give it, obviously protection from the rain. But they're only battery operated, so obviously safe from an electricity point of view. You've got 6 canes, really fun. They can go in pots, they can go in borders. In fact, Bex made the point that they actually look nice even when the lights are off, which is really important. There is a built-in timer on this, so you can set it so they're on for 6 hours and off for 18, so that's just going to save on the battery power, of course, as well. But they've been popular today, and they're 161116. And then we've set these up actually in the studio as well, our starlights. Wow. 8 of these, 35 centimetres tall, battery operated, so again they'll take 3 AA batteries, and they are only £9.99. And they do actually create a lovely effect in the garden. You can see there you've got the stars, even the stakes are lit up there, but they also create this wonderful glow just around the grass there, giving a just a really wonderful ambience to your garden. And they are, say, just wonderful value. They're only £9.99. 161 117 is your item there. Now we've also got battery powered lights. And you see, I don't think these are just for Christmas. I really don't. I love outdoor lighting, and it's gone such a long way. You know, now you've got LEDs, and that means that they require very little energy. Obviously, you don't replace any bulbs. The LEDs are designed to keep working for many, many years. And this is battery operated, again, 3AA batteries is all you require. You've got 200 LEDs, and they are spread over nearly 21 metres as well. We've got them on the Christmas tree in our potting shed. There's actually probably too many lights for the tree, if truth be known. But they really would cover probably a tree up to 6 feet. But say, not just for Christmas, you know, I love outside lighting all year round, and they are 160448. We have got a bigger set for you, which is the 400. And these are only £5 more, £16.99. They will spread over almost 50 metres as well, which is an amazing area to cover. Different colour, so these are a warm glow, so a bit more traditional, you could argue. Lovely warm glow. And again, you have got all the different settings on those. So if you want them, say, flashing, if you want them slow glowing, you've got 8 different functions on those. 161349 at just £16.99. And then really, really delighted to have Christmas in a box on the show. We'd seen this on the website. We're like, we need to show our YouGarden TV views. So these are all real. So there's nothing faux, there's nothing plastic. The foliage is all real. And you actually get a brilliant Norway spruce tree. That is a cut tree, we should say. You get the wreath that you're looking at right now, and you get the garland. Now, the wreath and the garland are all pre-decorated, so we've done all the hard work. You've got the pine cones, you've got the ribbons, you've got the berries on there as well. The same with the wreath, that is all going to be obviously decorated. The tree isn't, so obviously we'll let you do all your own decorating for that. They will be dispatched early December. We won't do it quite now, obviously, because it's you know, it's still 5.5 weeks till Christmas, so we'll dispatch these early December so you can really get the maximum enjoyment out of those on the run up to Christmas as well. £69.97. And Jenna, apologies. We said cut tree, it's a potted tree, so apologies, it is a potted tree that comes with. That is even better value then, isn't it? That really, really is. So a potted tree, a fresh wreath, a fresh garland for £69.97. That is a real Christmas in a box. All the hard work's been done. You won't pay postage either, because obviously you're spending over £30, so that postage will be taken off, but as long as you use that magic code today, which is YGTV46. But we are going to come back with with our duo fruit trees. No. So we're giggling because we had to do this with these. I'm going to step back so you can see, look. So, yeah, very festive there, Bex. However,
it's to be a reindeer.
This is nothing to do with the reindeer.
No, it's nothing to do with the reindeer.
So we might need to explain this, because these are really clever. These are called duo fruit trees.
These are the duo fruit trees. We're going to start with the
really
apple. So we're getting the Bramley and the Braeburn. This is a bare root fruit tree, and it's Bramley and Braeburn on the one tree.
That's good, isn't it?
No, it is.
Yeah.
I think it's so clever.
So one side's going to go Braeburn, the other side's going to grow your Bramley.
Bramleys, absolutely.
So cooking and eating on the same tree.
Cooking and eating, and not just cooking and eating, like the best cooking apple.
Yes.
The king of the cooking apples. And what is definitely considered with the Braeburn to be probably one of the best eating apples as well, because the Braeburn has this lovely, sweet, tangy flavour balance, which makes it absolutely perfect for eating. And obviously, we know the Bramley being just a favourite cooking apple out there. It just cooks beautifully, doesn't it? You can be growing both of these on your very own, apple tree. but both of them on one tree.
And do you know what? Nowadays, people have got, generally speaking, smaller gardens.
Yes.
But we are going to encourage everyone to grow a bit of their own. So actually, it makes sense to have 2 varieties of apple growing just on one tree. And actually, quite often, I'm not being funny, but if you've got a big apple tree, quite often you get too many apples on it. You don't know what to do with them. But this way, you've got the nation's best cooking apple, the best eating apple, all on one tree. How big would this grow then, Bex?
We're talking maybe two metres in height maximum, really.
So
you should still be able to reach and pick without having to get ladders and things like that. It has been grafted onto dwarfing rootstock, which is what keeps this nice and small, and that's how you get both varieties on the same one. You can plant it into a pot, but as you can see, it has this natural kind of Y shape. It's been grafted in that way, so that you've got this Y shape going on here, which means that you can actually train this up a wall or up a fence as well.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It'd be brilliant, honestly. I mean, we've got the heavy-duty pots here, which are, full-growing fruit trees and things in, so you can grow this into one of those pots. Or, as I say, if you want to, you can train it up a wall and up a fence. So if you are short of space, that is another way that you can save space here.
And now is bare root season.
Yes.
Get this planted now, let it settle in over winter, and you'll start getting great crops next year and for many, many years to come. I love the idea of the duo fruit tree, so 2 amazing varieties on one tree.
Yeah, and we're talking about grower quality here. We really are talking about some of the best quality fruit trees that you can buy. This is something that YouGarden have been doing for a very long time. In our previous life on our previous channel, we sold so many fruit trees, and there are so many, gardens throughout the country that have got fruit trees from YouGarden. They really are incredible quality, and this. I just think it's such a clever idea, and we should not underestimate the skill involved in that grafting process. That is some serious, clever skill right there.
So, I would love all of you lovely viewers right now, if you haven't got fruit trees in your garden, get this one today, because it's only in recent years that I think we grew up just getting more and more used to going to the supermarket and getting whatever you want. And we never thought about the carbon footprint. We never thought about, the effects on the environment. But apples are shipped all across the world, aren't they?
They are, yeah. And they grow so well in this country.
Yes.
We really don't need to.
We don't.
Because they do grow brilliantly.
And apples store really well.
Yeah,
you can store them in a cool, dark place in your shed, your garage. They really
last a long time.
They do. I mean, in the old days, that's what my nan used to do: wrap them in newspaper and store them. So treat yourself to that. It doesn't need a lot of room. It's only going to go to about 2 metres, and you're going to get both your cooking and your eating apple for many, many years to come. And then the other one we've got, I love cherries. Do you?
Oh, I do love a cherry. Yes, absolutely.
I love eating fresh cherries, but I love a cherry pie.
Oh, really?
I love a cherry pie.
Cherry pie.
Do you know what? True story. I do remember a couple of years ago going to a supermarket, just without really looking at the price, just picking up and putting it at cherries.
Oh, yeah, they can be quite expensive.
It was only when I get home, you start thinking, I was like, hang on, that shop, how much was it again? I looked at the receipt. £13.95. Seriously, it was one of the top supermarkets,
and it was one of the big. I take it.
It was fairly, but £14.
Wow!
I know. Cherries I'd already opened it and started eating them. I was like,
couldn't take it back at that point.
No, but cherries are expensive.
They are.
They really are.
Yeah.
I've never quite understood why they are so expensive when they're so easy to grow. Actually,
I don't know.
No, but they are, aren't they? They are. This has 2 types of cherries, so both an eating and a cooking one as well. And again, these are 2 really well-known ones, aren't they? Yeah,
you've got Stella and you've got Sunburst on here. Slightly different cropping times, but only just, really. So I think Sunburst comes slightly later than Stella, but we're only talking a few weeks. And yes, you're getting 2 absolute favourites growing on the same tree here. Now, you've heard of cherry pickers, haven't you? Those cherry pickers that, they raise you up so you can get up to heights. Obviously, cherries are traditionally, they're grown on really tall trees, and so they needed cherry pickers to get to them. What we've got here is a dwarfing rootstock cherry tree here, so you're getting the two of them grafted onto that one dwarfing rootstock, and we are only talking about 2 to 3 meters in height here, so there really isn't going to be any need for any of these kind of cherry pickers going on here. Look at those two varieties all growing together on the same tree. That is what is so incredible about this self-fertile variety. That's a pear. We're not growing pears.
No.
We're not growing pears.
We have actually got them on the website.
We have. If you want a pear, you can go and get a pear.
Yeah. We aren't clever enough yet to get pears one side, cherries the other.
No, we haven't done that yet.
No, I was just doing what they call the scratch test here.
Yeah, I did that on the apples too.
Well, Bex, that lot, we always, if we're really honest, we always, whenever we're selling, you know, twigs, for want of a better word, we're always a bit like, we know that they don't look anything special, and we know that you look at that and think, is that a dead twig? It isn't. And I just want to show you, like, it's a little scratch test, but look, if you scratch it...
That's all you've got to do, is scratch it with your nail, and you can see underneath. Lovely little bit of green underneath. You can see that it is perfectly healthy. I don't want to take too much off, but there you go. And that, because that side does look particularly dark and woody, but it's not at all. And then this side, exactly the same. Yep. Look, you know, just do a scratch there. Oh, you can tell it's bright green, anyway. But look, so they honestly, they are amazing quality. They come with a lifetime guarantee. But imagine, because that is not going to grow again very tall at all. No. Honestly, it's cherry trees can grow several meters in height, which means that you have to get a cherry picker or a massive ladder or something to pick them.
It means all the birds get the cherries and you get
That's true. Not with this, because it's grown on that dwarfing rootstock, which also means smaller gardens. You know, you've got the opportunity to be able to grow your own fruits like this, and that was never a possibility before. Whereas now it absolutely is, and it is in that Y shape again as well. So we can grow it in the pots. We've got the heavy duty pots on the show, so you can get hold of the pack of 4 of the heavy duty pots and use one of them to plant this in. But you could also grow this and train it up a wall or up a fence as well. Because of that Y shape going on. So really true space saving going on.
And again, you know what? We could plant those up for you, sell them in springtime, covered in blossom, and you'd probably pay a fortune. Yeah. So those are the heavy duty pots. I was using mine yesterday when I was doing the pub garden. I use them every single time I garden, as does Bex. They've got great drainage in the bottom and around the side. They've got really good carrying handles, so very easy to move things around in the garden. You know, even if there's like 2 of you, that makes it even easier. They're designed to last the best part of a decade, $19.99 with postage included. But obviously at this time of year, great for gathering up leaves, great when you're weeding, great for storing things. They are just a brilliant all-rounder. And that value today is incredible, 130011. But we're going to go back to, and no surprises, you have absolutely loved our Christmas roses. I mean, they are spectacular. This variety, I mean, so many buds. I just want to share this, look. And these are fresh from the nursery today. But look at all this, Bex. Look.
So many buds on there.
Look at all those ready to come out. Lots of varieties of hellebores out there, but this one, the flowers are a little bit more upright, aren't they?
They are indeed, yeah. And this was a slightly newer variety. I'm not sure how long it's been around, but it's newer, and it was specifically bred for its flower power, basically. It was bred to flower for longer and also to have more flowers per plant. And you can see that certainly from what Shaun was pointing out with the amount of buds that are on there. I love that you're getting 3 of these, because these are great as Christmas decorations to have inside, you know. So you could buy these now, keep them in their pots, or you know, decorate the pots up, give them that festive feel, have them inside as table decorations or Christmas decorations, and then you can plant them outside next season, you know, after Christmas, basically, once the festive season is over. They will brighten up the depths of winter for you.
Oh, they really will. I mean, they are, when I think of it, all the winter flowering plants are out there. Hellebores have got to be right there in the top 3. And I've got a really difficult area where I've got a big eucalyptus tree, and it's not easy. You know, the eucalyptus just takes everything. You know, all the nutrients, all the moisture, but honestly, the hellebores do really well there.
Do they?
Yeah,
very good.
Shade. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have, you know, been putting some, you know, slowly feed in there, and I've put some of our professional manure in there as well. But hellebores, they're brilliant in a shady spot as well.
Lovely, yeah.
They're
I've only
wonderful.
got one, and it's at the front of the border because it's a lovely kind of compact size that you get from this. It only gets about 30 centimetre sort of height and spread, which is brilliant. Lovely compact shape. But front of border, it's a semi-shady position. It still flowers absolutely beautifully. It is a gorgeous flower to have. There aren't many that flower throughout the depths of winter, and your hellebore is definitely one of them. So I mean, we knew this one would be popular today, didn't we?
Yeah, and obviously, great. You know, if you want to maybe have some pots just outside your front door. Is it spider? I can't see it. Where? Is that money spider?
There it is, look.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Oh, bless.
Love a bit of wildlife.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll be back outside in the nursery soon.
Yeah, we'll take you outside soon.
We will. You're only in here for a couple of hours.
Not even an hour. We're into the last hour now,
God.
Shaun.
By the way, we'd love to hear from you. So if you've got any messages.
Actually, I had a little sneaky peek when you were doing one of the reviews. There was a lady who was saying that she could only see the cut Norman fir Christmas tree. Oh, Stu did it already. Well done, Stu.
Great.
There's definitely a potted one, just to make sure.
Great. But yeah, if you've got any comments, if you want to be part of the live show, we're with you till 1 o'clock. So the times for this month, we're live 10 to 1 on a Wednesday and a Thursday.
And we're live on a Sunday from 10 until 2 o'clock.
Yes, we are.
We don't know what we're doing in December yet, do we?
No,
Hopefully we'll find out soon, and we will let you know. We will keep you posted.
Yes.
We'll make sure we tell you on the show. If you want to follow us, by all means, please do on social media, because we'll keep you updated on there as well. I am Bex with an X Edwards, My Garden on Instagram and Facebook.
And I'm Shaun, SHAUN, Ryan, presenter and plant man, because I've presented for many years and I love plants.
There you go. It kind of works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll keep you updated on there as well as soon as we know what the full plans are.
Yes. But we've got, honestly, so much happening in 2024.
So
and what's nice is you've got in at the very beginning, really.
Yeah.
You know? So, honestly, next year is planned to be an amazing year. But let's remind you of some of the great brand new items we've had on today's show. And we started, actually, we've got a brand new Head Gardeners collection, haven't we?
I love this collection.
Oh, yes. You're bound to say that because it's the Head Gardener that put it together. And,
Of course.
yes.
Well, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Apparently he's in the nursery today, Bex.
Oh,
so
is
yeah,
he?
we have to behave.
Best behaviour.
So this is what.
Oh, he's here. He just spoke in my ear.
Oh no. And I was about to say how old that picture was as well. But yes, this is a selection that Peter has put together today. And it is an amazing selection you've actually got. It's actually here. Are you going to join us?
My word, he's walked in.
Well, I look like a builder.
You do look like a builder. Come and join us, Peter. I know you're not mic'd up, are you, I presume?
I'm not.
No. Do you want to stand close to Bex and me?
I'll get
You're
really
going to choose
close to
Bex.
you.
Out.
How are we?
Come
How
in the
are we?
centre. Here he is. Look, here he is. Actually, he does look like his picture.
I do. Although I don't normally wear orange. Orange doesn't look good on me.
Well,
They won't let me in the nursery unless I wear orange.
You should tell us about the Head Gardeners selection.
Well, it's all about looking around the nursery, finding plants that look great on a given day or a given week, and bringing them to you. So they're going to be great value, they're going to be great quality, they're going to be absolutely perfect from a seasonality point of view, and they're in stock. So you order them today, we get them to you in the next couple of days.
and the value, Peter, they work out just over £8 each as well. Can we just say, Peter, Bex, just get the free gift. We love the free gift today. Do you know what the free gift is? You do know, don't you? Yeah. Because,
Oh my
it's
word.
so, honestly, we think it's the best one.
Yeah,
We're
I
in love.
These. I absolutely love these. I mean, crocus are just gorgeous, and crocus tulips are, I think, the best of all. So it's an amazing item, beautiful colour, and think about, get these planted now, get them in your garden or in a pot, in the soil or in a pot, doesn't matter really, but anyone can grow these. So if you want to get the kids involved, if you want to get people who've never gardened involved, get these planted. They are absolutely amazing.
It looks like a really kind of designer collection. Do you know what I mean? It's really high end, doesn't it?
But you blend.
Oh,
it's almost like a tulip style, a crocus style tulip with those gorgeous crocus.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing. Get these in a lovely bowl shaped pot, and even what I've seen people do is if you've got a patio table and you look out into the garden, don't you, in the winter. And you don't really maybe use your furniture very much, but get a lovely shallow bowl on there, get these planted in it, and then you bring a riot of colour, literally February, March, April.
Do you know, you're really good, Peter. You should come and show more often.
I should pop in. I'm not going to wear orange next time. Gotta go. They'll
Peter, lovely to see you.
They'll make me stay if I keep talking. Good to see you.
Do you know what? We love all the Christmas trees and everything as well.
Yeah. Christmas is 40 days to Christmas.
I know.
40 days.
I know.
Let me out.
Yeah, sorry, yes. Right, okay.
Oh.
That's the head gardener. Peter, we're calling ourselves the deputy head gardeners. Is that okay? We've upgraded our titles. Is that okay?
You're welcome. You're absolutely
What did I say we were? And then
Well,
we're like,
Beck's an apprentice. I didn't like that. So we.
Oh.
I was like, apprentice?
Deputy.
Deputy,
We'll
okay.
go with deputy head
Yeah,
gardener.
right, we'll stick with that one. Lovely to see you, Peter. Seriously. How nice was that? Nothing better than the boss is watching. Anyway, right, where were we? Yes, we're talking about his head gardeners collection here. 201210. As you heard from Peter, special selected. They look great right now in the nursery, and you get the red bound grass, the Fritillaria, the little red robin there, and the Nandina, which is the firepower. At just $24.97, working out just over £8 each. Then we brought you that lovely choysia. Do you know, if you've never grown a choysia, the fragrance that you will experience next summer is going to be exquisite. And this particular variety, it's called the white dazzler. It's exactly that. It dazzles. It's a mass of these white flowers. And I can honestly say, some of my friends of mine in my village, Malcolm and Penny, they've got this. Last year, it was a huge ball of white, and you could almost smell the fragrance as you walked into the garden from several metres away. Absolutely stunning, and that is down to just $12.99. 501002 is your item number. Then, what else do we bring you? Right, the bay tree. I'm glad Peter's left, actually, because we just thought the value on this was just a little bit crazy. You're going to get a really well established bay tree. It comes in a 20 centimetre pot. We're doing the best price we've ever done at $14.99. Postage is included. That was the bit that really kind of flummoxed me. Now, obviously, you can use the bay leaves for cooking. Bex often puts these in stews, lasagnas. She tried to use one of the kids' frozen chicken nuggets, didn't go down quite so well. But honestly, you can spend a lot of money just buying bay leaves fresh in the supermarket. You can literally just pick these off your tree whenever ever you wish. And the great thing is with bay trees, they look good all year round. So they don't go through certain months where they're not looking the best. That's why they're often used commercially outside restaurants and spas and salons and hotels, because they look good pretty much every day of the year. 680266, amazing price for those at just $14.99. Now you can still plant your bulbs. Honestly, it's still warm out there. The ground isn't frozen, and we actually think these could go really nicely with your free bulbs today as well. Now, I love miniatures, and these are the miniature narcissi. So they only grow to about 20-25 centimetres, lots of different varieties in there, but it makes them ideal for pots, it makes them ideal for hanging baskets, great for the front of borders, smaller little gardens, just delightful. And you can either go for 35 bulbs for $9.99, or you can double up and get 70 for £14.98. 600-317. Now, something that I've never grown, but it's on my, I meant to order these last week, I really did. And these are the Fritillaria orange, known, the popular name is Crown Imperial. Now, these are wacky, weird, and wonderful. If you've got maybe a tropical area in your garden, an exotic area, these are going to blend in beautifully. They will grow rather tall, so probably about up to a metre, maybe even a little bit beyond a metre. Crown Imperial, because if you look, all the orange flowers literally just look down, but above them, spiking up, is almost like a crown, isn't it? So it's really unusual. Don't know why I've never grown those, but we'll be certainly growing those this springtime. And we're talking about drama. We're talking about something that will really stand out. It's a showstopper, an absolute showstopper. Either go for 2 bulbs, they are large bulbs, about the size of tennis balls actually. 2 of those for £9.99, or you can double up and go for 4 for £14.98. Now I feel very lucky and grateful that I got into gardening from my grandma and then my mum. I was always encouraged to grow things as a child, seeds and bulbs and cuttings. And do you know what? I think this is a great little kit to get the young ones involved in gardening. If they love mushrooms, they will be fascinated with this. Everything is included in the grain kits. Full instructions as well, very simple to grow these, and you can get 3 crops, so up to 3 crops from the one kit. Great little stocking filler. If you are buying for Christmas, just keep it in a cool, dark place until Christmas. But actually from starting to grow these to picking them, the journey time is actually really short, so 4 to 5 weeks. Because I mean, I'm not being funny, but as children, you sometimes, you know, you get a little bit impatient. No. These will only take 4 to 5 weeks, and actually there'll be something different happening every few days, you know, so you really will be able to see the journey. Do you know what I think the kids will do as well? I think they'll film it. They'll probably film it and, you know, make a little reel out of it as well. So that's what I'd do, you know. That's what Stu, our director's doing as well with his family. 161138. We've either got the small kit, which is 3... this one here, which is the 3 litre, or there's a 7.5 litre for £14.99 on our website as well. But if you just type in mushroom kit or mushroom, that will come up instantly on the YouGarden website. That's a bigger one there, £14.99. The item for that one is 161139. And don't forget, we just showed you the heavy duty pots. Do you know what? I love these. I'm not just saying it. I use them every single time that I garden. I've had mine about 10 years now. They may even be older than that. I know on the website it says designed to last up to 10 years. I'm sure I've had mine longer than that. And there are so many reasons why you should get these. So first of all, at this time of year, they're great for bringing logs in for the log burner. They're great for tidying up leaves. I don't like a regular garden truck made out of a lightweight, flexible plastic that can rip and can bend. These are really, really solid. So I've never had one crack or break, but they are actually a commercial growing pot. So if you go to any commercial nursery, including ours, you will find fruit trees growing in these. So they're brilliant for fruit trees, they're brilliant for potatoes, they're excellent for tomatoes, they're great for raspberry canes. Honestly, they are just the best growing pot that you can imagine. One of the things that I love about them as well, pots full of trees, compost, potatoes can be quite heavy. You've got 2 handles, so you and your partner can actually lift these. You can move these very easily. Drainage-wise, you have got brilliant drainage around the side and underneath. You know, we are getting heavy rains sometimes nowadays in the UK due to climate change. And a lot of pots, even with drainage holes in the bottom, can get waterlogged. A lot of plants do not like that. This allows you to have fantastic drainage as well. But we are back with our lovely Bex. And I've got a feeling, Bex, you're going to remind us about postage. Am I right? Am I right?
Yes, I am indeed. We are very much about making sure that gardening is for everyone. We're very much about bringing you as many amazing deals and offers as we possibly can. And one of them that we have persuaded our lovely Peter, head gardener, to be able to allow us to continue for the remainder of November at least.
Yes.
Is the free postage over £30. So if you can, stretch to it, get your order to over £30. Enter the code YGTV46. It'll pop up on the screen in a second, and you will get free postage on there. And don't forget, you will also get that amazing free gift included as well, as long as you enter the code YGTV46.
They're just gorgeous.
I love it.
Best free gift we've done.
Stuart just told me off. He's like, we know what the free gift is. I know, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, but you might have placed an order and I think, actually, I want another free gift. I'm going to place another order. Just want to check, has everyone used the offer code today?
Yes.
Well done at home.
That's because you're getting them.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm really, I mean, it sounds awful to say, but I'd already got my free sweet peas. And I meant to place an order at the weekend, and then I just got, I don't know, you know, it's
distracted,
like,
yeah.
I've got my little list written out, but I'm really glad because now I'm going to get that free gift instead.
Woo.
Has it just gone dark in the studio?
Something happens to the screen.
Oh,
it's
good.
fine. I noticed it earlier. Stu's doing something.
God, it's fine. Right, you've still got time to message us on YouTube, Facebook. Any comments, any questions?
Any questions?
You know, the head gardener is here.
Yeah, we can grab him. We can get him to come back and answer any questions you might have.
Yes. But yeah, any questions, any comments, you can do that live on YouTube and Facebook. Right, we have still got a few little new items to share with you.
Yeah, so we've got the crocus large flowered yellow bulbs here, which actually, I mean, you could mix that quite well, couldn't you? What do you reckon?
You could.
I mean, we were just saying
There's
about
no reason
the
why you couldn't.
daffs
There's no
earlier.
reason, of course. I mean,
because they've got the lovely yellow going on in the tulips there. Why not mix a few of those in?
Yeah. But these are bigger flowers, aren't they?
They are slightly bigger, yes, absolutely. I just love crocus. I think they are, because they're one of the earliest flowering, aren't they? So after your snowdrops, if you've got those, I think crocus are pretty much the next thing that are going to pop up in your garden, aren't they? I'm a big fan of them. I've planted, I don't know what colours I've actually put into my lawn. No idea. But I've got crocus going...
We'll know in February.
We'll know in February. I've got crocus going all the way through the lawn because it doesn't take up my borders and my pots and things. And I'm not mowing the lawn at that time of year. So to plant them as drifts through your lawn is a wonderful thing. And you are getting 30, I am right? Yes, you are getting 30 of these bulbs included. Plus you can double up if you want to. Absolutely, it is not too late to plant your bulbs. Any of your bulbs, get them out. It's not too late, I promise you.
So I've even planted in January. I'll be honest, the ones I planted in January were daffodils and tulips, but I would get your crocus in the next few weeks.
Yeah, you definitely,
But they're the bigger flowered ones. And as you say, Bex, I love the fact crocus can come up, under trees, in just little nooks and crannies, rockeries. They just give you hope. February. Is it just me? But I think February is probably the worst month of the year.
Yeah, late January into February. I mean, it's cold, it's dark, there's no sign of the light.
It's just rubbish.
Yeah, I agree.
And it can be bitterly cold, but these give you hope. It's like
sunshine, isn't it?
Spring's coming.
Yeah.
Summer's on its way. The lights, the nights are getting a little bit shorter. The days are getting that little bit longer. They are wonderful. And when I see the crocus coming up, I always feel so much happier.
Yeah, and Shaun's right. They will grow absolutely anywhere in your garden as well. Like they're really not fussy, are they? So.
And do you know what? And we all garden differently. But crocus, because they're a smaller bulb, they're so easy to plant.
Oh, they're ridiculously easy.
Honestly, I literally used my thumb and my fingers yesterday to plant because I was doing planters, admittedly, so it's full of our compost, so it's nice and easy. Yeah. But I literally was doing that, putting a crocus bulb in.
When I'm doing it in the pots, absolutely fine. I can't do that when I'm planting into my clay ground. I do need a dibber.
No,
but you just need a stick, to be honest, as a dibber.
So honestly, they're just so easy to plant.
Really
and you're
easy.
going to get so much joy when it comes to February 2024.
Yeah, I love those.
Double up on those and you're going to get 60 for £14.98. Now, something else we've still got at half price, our Digitalis Dalmatian mix as well. Foxglove is a popular name. My mum lives in a little cottage called Foxglove Cottage, so she loves her foxgloves. And I have to say, I think there's something so natural about a foxglove.
Yeah, they really are. Well, they're a woodland plant, aren't they? So they do feel like a cottage garden, a country cottage place. It looks like a wildflower for sure. It is absolutely gorgeous. They don't mind a little bit of shade either, actually, which is a really good thing about foxgloves. I put mine at the back of the border, right by the fence, because it only gets a bit of sunshine throughout the daytime. The rest of the time, it's kind of in shade, and they do grow beautifully there. Recreate those woodland kind of vibes for them. Yeah. It is important to get these planted out now because these are what's considered a short-lived perennial. They only last you a few years. They do self-seed, so you will always get free plants from these, so don't worry about that. But this is why it's important to get these in particular planted in autumn rather than in spring, because if you wait until spring to plant your foxgloves, they'll come up, But like mine did this year, I planted them in spring. They only came up to about this height.
A little bit short.
They weren't the lovely, tall, beautiful, stately, gorgeous displays that they should have been. They will be next year, but you kind of miss a year basically if you don't. If you wait till spring.
And you know what? It's said the ground is still warm. We've not had like any severe frost or anything like that.
No.
So it's still a really good time to plant these. And the value today is exceptional. They're actually half price. It works out less than 75 pence each. They are the Dalmatian mix because inside each flower you've got these lovely kind of splodges.
Yeah, I love it.
Like a Dalmatian. You know, it just gives them a bit more interest, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And you know how much the wildlife love these. You know how much the bees love getting inside each one of those flowers and drinking up all that nectar. It's definitely one to plant in your garden if you want that lovely wildlife garden going on.
God. And they are half price today at £7.49. 410119 mixture there, but you will get 10 plants. And as Beck said, they love a kind of, you know, slightly shady area, woodland area, back of a border. Very easy to grow that. And they often do self-seed. I mean, they really do, actually.
They really do. These are the ones you can leave them to dry out and then shake them.
Yeah.
And all the seeds
so you have
fly
lots
up.
of little babies.
No, loads of them.
Yeah.
I should get loads in my garden next year.
I'm becoming, I was always a bit too much of a, what's the word? I was a very neat, tidy, pedantic gardener.
Right.
And I've just learned as
just let it go.
Especially in the winter, you know, I'm letting things, some of them just keep the seed heads on for the winter, you know, because it's great for obviously the birds and things. But yeah, I'm trying to get a few areas a bit more natural.
Yeah.
Because I got it from my mum. I was very like everything has to look perfect, you know. But I'm trying to let go.
Like more of a formal look, whereas now you're going a bit more.
I would say formal,
cottage.
just like neat and tidy, you know.
Okay.
Like, and there's something that is just good to, you know, let
it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. I won't sing. Sorry.
Leave it go.
Don't. No. Not even.
But anyway, sometimes it is great to let things just sell, you know, to keep rather than, you know, chopping all the flowers off, let the seed heads form, and yeah, you're going to get lots of babies on those as well. Now, we've also got, we were talking earlier, it's bare root season. So we had the little seed rose earlier, bare root rose. It's a great time also to plant your peony bare roots. And I love this one. It's called Coral Sunset, 11.99 postage included. Peonies are always spectacular, but look at the colour on that one. Oh,
absolutely beautiful.
That is gorgeous.
I mean, it looks like a silk flower, doesn't it?
It does.
It doesn't look real. It is beautiful. The naming is absolutely perfect for it. It is just like a sunset, the gorgeous kind of corals and oranges.
There's
and
really special sunsets when you look out and go, oh,
takes your breath away.
Isn't Mother Nature wonderful?
Yeah, I love it. I love a peony as well. I think they're very blousy. Do you know what? I think they're very feminine looking when it comes to flowers.
Yeah,
it's one of the most feminine looking flowers.
I'll give you that one, Max.
Thanks, all right. Good, I'm not being too sexist. Good. They do want as much sun as you can give them, but they'll cope with a little bit of shade. That's not a problem. They really are quite easy to grow as well. They do look like a little stick inside the bag there, but a bit like, you know, all the bare roots we've shown you. It's an ugly duckling into a beautiful swan story. You do want to plant it out as soon as possible. This isn't one that you can get home and leave lying around in the bag for weeks on end. This definitely needs a bit of attention as soon as you get it home, really. Soak the root, plant it in the ground, 5 centimetres under the
to be honest,
soil surface.
If you forget what we say...
It's on there.
Yeah, there you go. Planting depth, 4 to 6 inches.
There
so
you
spot
go.
on. There you go. And it will bloom late spring, but, you know, it's not difficult to plant a bare root. And actually, it makes great sense, because if you buy a grown-on peony in springtime in a pot, you pay a lot more.
So much more, absolutely, because it's a very desirable flower. So yeah, you could pay a lot of money. But the beautiful thing about planting bare roots is that what you tend to get actually is a stronger, healthier, better plant in the long run, because you've looked after it from it being a baby right from the start. It doesn't have to deal with any transplant shock or any of that sort of stuff. Also, peonies really don't like being moved, do they? So if you bought one potted and then you're going to plant it, chances are it'll sulk for a year, and you won't get. I mean, you may not get any flowers. You might only get a couple of flowers, whereas planting this as a bare root means that it can establish and grow in its place where you're going to have it. First year, I'm not going to lie, you might only get a couple of flowers from it, because they do take a little bit of time, but then after that it's going to multiply and get bigger and better, and it's just going to be so pretty.
I must admit, my mum got a peony from YouGarden. She got one flower the first year.
Right.
The second year she got, I think she got, I'd say, at least, I think she went to double figures. It was amazing what a difference it made.
Just within that 1 year.
second year, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, honestly, they are just spectacular flowers. There's nothing plain about a peony. You know, it's not a flower that blends in the background. They're always so stunning.
It's a showstopper.
I remember my nan having one. There you are.
What happened?
You wanted to check out you wanted to check out our ceiling, didn't you? Yeah. But I remember Nan having one as a child just outside her front door, and it was spectacular. I was fascinated. It was really quite mature.
Well, they get quite big as well.
Yeah,
That's the other thing with peonies. I forgot to say they can get to like 8 inches in diameter, which is almost dinner plate sized. They are so huge, so floriferous. They're just beautiful.
Yeah,
I love them.
Now, just a quick reminder: if you spend £30 or more today, don't forget you will get free postage, which is excellent. And to get all the offers, all the promotions, including the free postage, you always need to use the code. It's a brand new code every week. Today's is YGTV46. That number is older than you this week.
I know.
Yes,
we've moved up.
We have. Yes. So it is YGTV46. Now, if you can't get your orders for £30, if there's not enough on the show that you love, you can also go to the YouGarden website. They've got everything on there. We always say YouGarden, gardening for everybody. So we've got Mediterranean, we've got houseplants, we've got roses, we've got pots. We have got obviously all of your perennials. We've got winter bedding. We have got something for everybody. But don't forget, you can also shop on the website, add other items to your basket, but always do check out using the offer code YGTV46. Right, still got a few things to share with you as well. So we've got a little bit of a festive theme today, with it only being, did Peter say 40 days till Christmas?
Something like that.
Yeah, he did. It is 40 days, yeah, till Christmas. So we have got our Ilex, our holly for you right now, but it's another variegated variety. It's gorgeous, this one,
yeah,
isn't it?
it's beautiful. So slightly more prickly than the other version.
Yes.
Love that. Feels quite festive. I'm not worried about that at all. Definitely a festive holly shrub here. It will have those gorgeous crisp red berries on there through the autumn and winter. It is fantastically hardy and also brilliant for wildlife because it's really attractive to bees, to birds, to butterflies. It's a nutritious source of food for caterpillars. It's a pollinating paradise, and it requires very little effort, very little work, very little pruning from you. You can cut pieces off this. You can make wreaths from it. You can make your gorgeous table decorations from this. You can have that gorgeous festive feel in your garden and bring that indoors using this plant.
And do you know what? I've got a huge holly that I've let grow in my garden, and I love it. I do love it at Christmas time.
Yeah.
I just chop off huge branches and bring them inside and put them on the mantel shelf and stuff. And it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And you get that sort of fresh, Christmassy smell as well, you know? And don't get me wrong, there's some lovely faux reefs and displays you can get now, but when you've got the real thing, I don't know.
I'm a big fan of trying to use the real thing. You know, let's have less plastic in the world. Let's actually use the real thing. Why not? And these can get really big if you want them to. They can grow to 8 metres in height, and they can spread a lot if you want them to, but they do take a long time to get there.
Actually, I'm going to put... I was going to say I'm going to put Stu on the spot in a moment, only because I sent in a picture at the weekend of my geranium Roseanne, and there was holly in the background.
There was, yes.
And that's where I've looked later. I mean, so I'm just giving you an idea because I live in the country in a really exposed garden. Like literally, the wind can just howl through. Sometimes I feel like it's taking my face off. Seriously, but the holly has done great there.
Yeah, I bet it has.
Yeah.
They're so hardy, honestly.
Yeah.
They really don't. They don't need any special attention.
No.
They don't need a special spot. They don't need any special feeding. It's minimal pruning required. They're relatively, they'll fill a gap, and they will get to 10, 15 metres in height if you want them to, but it'll take them 10, 20 years to get to those kind of heights. So they really do need just the minimal amount of looking after from you, but they are beautiful.
And look, lovely winter foliage as well. So look, so I've got,
look.
Can you see it in the back?
Yeah. Is that 2 different types? Because you've got is it on the left-hand side?
I've got 2 types. Can you see because we've got the red berries on both?
You've got the darker green on the right-hand side. That's really lovely.
But that has given protection to the geraniums at the front.
Yeah, beautiful.
But they just look great all year round.
Go and get a couple of bits off there, make a lovely door decoration on the mantelpiece.
So There's a lady in the village called Lynn, and she always at Christmas time. She's brilliant at doing displays. She's done lots of classes for making it, but she always comes and nicks them. Not nicks them, yeah, that's fine. It's like have as much as you like, you know. But you can contain them in pots, of course.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
And that is 51459 for the Alex Holly at 1197. What's sold out?
Oh, the star stakes have gone. We didn't even show them properly.
Oh, do you know we've been really busy, haven't we?
We have been very busy. I'm so sorry they've gone.
Wow.
Do you think we'll be able to get any more, or will that be it? We'll see if we can. We'll try.
Well, the head gardener's in today.
We can ask.
Actually, now we're deputy head gardeners, we can make that decision.
Yes, we can get some more.
No, I'm joking. We definitely can.
But the stars are gone, but we've still got the candy canes, right?
Yes.
Canes we've got. I'll switch them
We should
around.
say we will ask. It's Will that puts the shows together. He does an amazing job. So he's lovely, isn't he?
He is. He's a very nice guy.
So we will ask Will if we can get those back. 161117 was the item number, but they have sold out. Do we have a sold out sign?
No, we need to make one. We need to make one.
Yes. See, the shows are getting busier.
Yeah, I'm going to need that, Stu.
Yeah, that's a new graphic we're going to have to come up with now. Sold out. Right. What else have we got for you today?
Geranium.
Well, more bare
done that
roots,
with
and we got the geranium and potentilla festival mix. Previous bestseller, we brought it back today. 6 bare roots for $14.99 with postage included. I love this festival mix.
I just adore those colours. Look at it. You
That's
can
a proper
see
festival, isn't
why
it?
it's called Festival. Absolutely. You are getting 6 bare roots included in there. Make sure that you give them some attention when you get these home. Please don't leave them in the bag for ages. They need planting out. Do not mistake these with kind of tender bedding plants. They are not. These are perennials. They will come back for you year after year, and they are so easy to grow. Beds, borders, pots, it really doesn't matter. Sunshine or part shade, again, it really doesn't matter. These are also fairly tolerant of most different soil types as well, so they're not fussy, are they? These are quite easy, low maintenance. There's no divas in that bag there.
And you know, I used to, and I still love my summer bedding plants, but you're spending money every year and you've got to replace them.
Yeah.
These will come back year after year. You just saw that picture of my holly and they had 2 geraniums in front. They've flowered all summer. Yours have, haven't they?
Mine haven't. I've done absolutely nothing to them.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, I didn't deadhead them at all, I don't think. You're supposed to. Please do. Please deadhead. Don't do what we... Do as we say, not what we do. Deadhead your geraniums and things, and it will help them to encourage them to flower more. But they flower for such a long time as well. About May time they first come up.
Yeah, mine is still flowering now.
Until about October normally, but because we had such a mild October, mine are still going into November as well.
So.
There they are. Right at the bottom there.
Oh yeah, right to the front.
Right at the front, in front of the bowls mauve. There they are at the front. There's my little ones.
Honestly, they're just such hard workers. They're so easy, and they're going to give you colour for many months of the year.
Long time.
Every single year. They will all die down during the winter. So obviously you plant a bare root. They'll all begin to shoot in the spring, flower in the summer, but they will die down during the winter months.
That's it.
But come back year after year after year. 580-039. Thank you to everyone that's been placing orders today, by the way. So we're with you till 1 o'clock. We are back tomorrow, 10 till 1. We have got a few surprises tomorrow as well, haven't we, Bex?
Yes, we've saved a couple of things that we can bring in tomorrow.
But I just hope, because we've got all tomorrow and Sunday, I just hope there's enough for those free gifts. Because I'm putting in several orders myself. Yeah, so you're loving the free gift today. Hopefully this is enough for me. I want lots of those. But we're going to get back to our premium professional compost. Do you know what? Every week we get so many great reviews, great comments about this compost. $24.98 is your price. So you got a saving from the RRP of $42.97. You got a saving there, of course, of nearly £18, and you get 2 50-litre bags. Now, just before Bex goes through the amazing formula of this, I call it a formula because every bag has a strict formula, so it's the same every single time. I just want to talk about price because we don't claim to be the cheapest. We do believe we're the best, but we don't claim to be the cheapest. Having said that, the big stores, you know the ones I mean, I call them sheds. The ones that sell, they have everything, all the DIY and the garden section. Lately, the one that I go to, big name, £9 per 50 litres. Seems to be the price for the different brands that they sell.
Yep.
So that would work at £18 if you were to compare it to this. Okay, you might say, oh, well, we're £7 more. Then bear in mind, we deliver free of charge. So you're not paying petrol. You're not having to lug the compost off there, because they're all stacked up, aren't they? There's no one there to help you now because everything's automated anyway.
And they're dirty.
Yeah, they're all
wet.
dirty, and you always pick up the one with the rip in it, don't you? It's, oh no. And then you've got to put it on the trolley, then you've got to push that trolley and you pick the one with the dodgy wheel. So you're like, look, you know, you do that, then you get to the checkout and there's nobody there. Or there's only one checkout open because we don't have many man tills nowadays anyway, do we? And you're in a queue and that person at the front of the queue, they've got a problem.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, and then finally you get there, you buy it, then you get to your car, you lug it in the car. So we deliver it free of charge. Then bear in mind, you're going to get free bulbs. On cue there, Bex, free bulbs.
Yeah, free bulbs and 30 of
where's our
these
picture?
that we are saying is worth $9.99. I mean, I actually think that these are worth a heck of a lot more than that. Right over that side. I genuinely think that these would be worth more than $9.99 personally, because they are so very beautiful. You are getting the Johann Strauss tulips in here, and you're getting those beautiful crocus. It is such a designer mix of flowers that you're getting here. It's so beautiful.
I mean, had that been on the show, you know,
if that had been on at $14.99, I'd have been like,
yeah, I would have. I think I would have bought
I'd have been saying
today.
great.
So you're going to get, so you know, there's no reason, if you think about it, why in your head, if you take that off the price of the compost, work out the value, the compost is then cost about £15. And then if you are a club member, most of you are now, you get 10% off your compost anyway.
That's it. So it really does start to make it absolutely
it's really good value.
Such good value for money. But it's not about buying the cheapest, best value compost, is it? It is about getting like the premium feed for your plants. And that, honestly, this is premium stuff.
If you don't consider yourself a great gardener, overnight, just by using this compost, you will become a far better gardener. And I really mean that. So let's work through what's in here. And by the way, we're really pleased today that a lot of you have taken advantage, because you like the free gifts. Some of you are milking the system a bit and doing separate orders so you get separate free gifts.
I think that's brilliant.
Well, I'm doing that.
Great idea.
I'm not shy.
I'm going to do it as well.
I love those bulbs. I want lots of.
I want those, definitely.
And I'm actually going to do. See, I've not done a few of the hanging baskets in the pub yet, and I'm just going to put those bulbs in the hanging baskets.
Yeah.
And I'm going to place my order today because I want those free bulbs as soon as I can.
There you go.
Right, Bex, let's go back to the compost line.
Yeah, so I was just picking out some of the little green balls that you're going to see within the compost. There's lots of them, and this is the slow release fertiliser, the slow release feed that is going to feed your plants for a good 6 months once you first use this compost. And we love slow release, don't we?
We do, because it gives the plants food when they need it.
Yeah.
I mean, what is interesting, say if it's a really dry period and there's not a lot of rain, plants then will sort of like rest and wait till it gets wet. So the slow release won't actually, there's a special like coating on the outside, so it won't actually open during really dry periods. So it really does just give the plants nutrition as and when they need it. But look at this. It's
such good quality, well composted as well. If you bought some of those cheaper bags in the past, and you'll have been disappointed because there's loads of big chunky like sticks and things in there. It hasn't been composted properly. This is incredibly well composted. We've got slow release fertiliser. I've said that already.
Yeah, we've done that one. It's worth mentioning twice.
I mean, it's really so good. We've got lime in here to balance out the pH. This is what turns this into a compost that you can use all through your garden. Seeds through to trees, everything in between. You can use it for your house plants. Just a few things like your rhododendrons, azaleas that like the ericaceous compost, but that's minimal amounts. Everything else, this has been designed for you to be able to use. Yeah. 3 different types of peat in here. Now, the quantities of peat have been reduced over the years, makes up less than 50% of the volume, obviously to keep up with environmental issues there as well. We've got that composted wood fibre. You can see that running through the compost there. Now that helps with this amazing texture. I'll talk about that in a second. But it also helps with even water distribution and water retention as well, which is obviously vitally important. Now that texture is one of the most important things And that is because what we need is for our roots to be able to breathe. When you plant something in, we always firm it down, don't we? Now we firm it down to be able to remove any of the air pockets out of there. If there's air pockets in there and you're watering, then the water will gather around the roots and then you rot the roots, basically. But you still need room for roots to be able to grow and to breathe and to spread. And that is what this texture allows for. If you allow that room for your roots to be able to breathe and grow and spread, what you will form is a really strong root base. And that is what we're talking about here.
And you can see there, you know, both those plants are healthy, but if you compare the premium compost to the standard compost, the root system is so much better. And as we've said continuously, better roots means stronger plants, stronger shoots, more fruits, more flowers. Also helps the plant be more protected against disease. And also with climate change, you know, plants in the last few years have had to go through such extremes, you know. Not this summer, but we have, yeah. But like the previous summer, we got up to 40 degrees near here, actually.
Yeah.
We were actually one of the hottest parts of the UK.
My home village.
Yeah.
Coningsby.
That was
It was 43.5 or something, right? That's where the highest temperature was recorded.
But then last winter, we got down to like, you know, minus 10 in certain areas, probably more actually. Locally around here it was minus 10. And plants having to cope with so much, and then intense rain, and then dry periods.
Yep.
So stronger roots just give it that extra grounding, don't they?
They do indeed, absolutely.
It's like if you build a house, as Bex was saying about foundations, you know, if it's got strong foundations and there's a storm, it's going to be fine. If the foundations are rocky, you know.
It's going to fall down.
Yeah, right. We thank you to everyone that's ordering. Can I just remind you of the Baytree? I'm just going to get it here because this has been one of the best sellers today. $14.99. Postage is included as well. Lots of orders coming through towards the end of the show. Thank you so much. But you know what? You have been a bit crafty with our Baytree because a lot of you have ordered 2 of these, but you've done it in separate orders. And a lot of you have ordered this at Club members, so you've got it for $13.50. So think about this, for $13.50 for Club members, you get that amazing Baytree and you get your £10 worth of free bulbs. And some of you have just done that in 2 separate orders, so you're not paying any extra postage, but you're getting 2 free gifts. But I'm going to talk about the Baytrees because I honestly had been thinking about Baytrees for the front of my garden because I love the formality of a Baytree. I think well, when I say formality, you know, there's something always really high-end about a Baytree. You often see them, you know, really top hotels will often have 2 Baytrees either side of the entrance. The reason they use commercial, when I say commercially, you know, hotels, spas, restaurants, I know from owning a pub, we've got brilliant staff at our pub, but we don't expect them to be gardeners. So we don't expect them to always remember to water the plants. We don't expect them to deadhead, you know? And a Baytree needs virtually no attention. It looks good, this good, 12 months of the year. You can prune it from time to time, of course. Obviously, the bay leaves are brilliant for cooking. You know, you'll never have to buy bay leaves again. And actually, when you've got them growing just outside your front door, I think it does encourage you to cook a bit more from scratch. And honestly, the flavours and the aromas that those bay leaves will give, you know, your stews, your casseroles, going to be amazing. So we are getting really busy for the Baytree. Amazing value today, $14.99, 680266 is your item number. Also really popular today, and it did make a special guest appearance. Peter McDermott, our head gardener.
That's when we need him to make a special guest appearance now, don't we? Come back
yes, well, he actually put together this amazing collection, and these are 3 of the best looking shrubs right now in our 11-acre nursery. We're going to give you a massive discount today. They're normally the best part of £48. Today you're getting them for £24.97. It works out £8.33 each. which is amazing.
I mean, look at the size of those.
And look how good they look right now, you know?
So good. I'm going to start with the Nandina.
Yes.
Because this is absolutely beautiful. It is an evergreen plant. It doesn't drop its leaves. It looks good all year round. One of the reasons it looks so good at this time of year is that it has this fantastic colour changing properties. So as the temperatures change, the leaves start to change colour. So it goes from this gorgeous, can you see the lime green colours underneath, which is what you get through the summer months, and then it goes lovely in orange and red and burgundy. I love that you get all of those different colours on the plant all at the same time. And this is hardy. This is hardy from like -23 to +43. This one can deal with a crazy range of temperatures.
We should be all right, I think, don't you?
I think we'll be all right with that one,
I think we will.
It's nice and compact as well, so it's only going to reach about 2 feet high, 2 feet spread. It has lovely white flowers on there during the spring, lovely little white star-shaped flowers. It gets red berries on there as well through the summer months, and it gets this lovely colour-changing foliage on there. True interest year-round.
And again, I know this is one of my regular phrases, but a friend of mine, Jane and Ian, they bought their first house with a decent garden recently. Yeah. And it's a fairly... Well, before they had a Victorian terrace little yard, and they did make it nice, to be fair.
I'm sure.
But they've got a proper garden, but it's not big. And I always said to Jane and to anyone else, if you've got a smallish garden, every plant has to own its space. You know, you can't have, if you've got a small garden, you can't have things looking miserable for 9 months of the year. That looks good every single day, doesn't it?
Absolutely,
it really
every single day. In a pot, in a border, it really doesn't matter. It's tolerant of most soil types as well, so this one's not fussy. Yeah, this one's definitely going to earn its place in that garden for sure.
And then, whoa, what about this grass? Come on.
Ah, yeah. Imperata, Red Baron, the blood grass. Now, if I can just show you on that picture, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about the colour of the red. That is going to be the bright red spikes of grass that you're going to get on here during the summer months. It is so bright red, and it does that if you put it in a full sun position. The more sun it gets, the redder those lovely leaves are going to become. And then it turns this beautiful kind of burgundy colour. It just deepens in colour through, you know, into the winter months. It is absolutely beautiful, very stunning, reaching about 50 centimetres, half a metre high, 30 centimetres spread, so 2 feet high, about a foot spread. Absolutely gorgeous. Love it here in this mixture. This is what we often talk about with grasses and how they provide contrast and structure against softer foliage, and that is displayed right here in this collection.
Now, a lot more orders going through. Do bear in mind you get your free gift, which is the best we've done with every individual order that you place. So even if you place an order early, you might want to place a second order if there's something you like. And then we've got our Fritillaria, our Red Robin. I love these. I've got several in my garden because lots of different varieties. But again, they always look good. They're evergreen. But when they get the new growth, you get these bursts of red, don't you?
Yeah, bright red.
Oh,
I mean,
just lovely.
It's so pretty on here. I mean, you've got some new growth on here. Typically, it's sort of springtime where you get that really loads of that new growth coming up, and it's just like it's like crimson fire on the top. It's so beautiful. This one's a bit more compact than other varieties of Fritillaria that you can get. We're talking about maybe 1.5 meters height on here. Responds very well to pruning and trimming. Just make sure you're doing that at the right time of year so that you don't chop away all the new nice new growth. I have made that mistake in the past. You know, springtime, trimming the top of it, and then I don't get the lovely red bits on there. So make sure you're pruning at the right time. Very easy to look after. Lovely little clusters of flowers on there that you get as well.
And they will tolerate exposed sites as well. So you know, if you've got got areas where you get strong winds, then these really do tolerate quite exposed sites as well. So really popular today, amazing value. You know, these are already big established plants. You met him earlier, that's our head gardener, 201210. So thank you, Peter McDermott, for putting that together for us. Now we're also delighted that so many of you have ordered the Rose Little Sid.
Yeah.
We've both been watching the latest series of MasterChef, and Greg Wallace is just brilliant on there, isn't he?
I think he is fantastic. Yeah, I've always loved watching MasterChef. I love his commentary. I love his presenting on there.
I do.
He's always quite honest, and I like him.
But he's cheeky, he's funny as well.
Yeah.
So we all, you know, many of us obviously watch MasterChef, have followed Greg Wallace as a presenter, as a brilliant chef, as an author for many, many years. But maybe you didn't know that he's got a little boy called Sid, hasn't he?
Yeah, and his son is non-speaking autistic. And Greg himself is the ambassador for an amazing charity called Ambitious About Autism. And the sale, a small donation, I say
Well,
small.
not that small, yeah.
£5 donation.
That's good,
Actually,
yeah.
what's that? That's 25% pretty much
that's
of
good.
each of the sales of these is going to go to that amazing charity, Ambitious About Autism. And obviously this rose has been named in honour of his beautiful little boy.
Yeah.
So this is a fantastic one that has
And
a wonderful story behind it.
And a friend of mine, a mutual friend of ours, Angela, she taught me many years ago, she said, do you know, when you wander around your garden, every plant should tell a story. And by stories, some of my plants, I'll think, oh yeah, my mum gave us a cutting and that of her plant, and that's what I've got growing there. And my friend bought me that, and you know, I remember getting that when I went to a plant show. Or you know, I like to wander around my garden and look at every plant and know where it came from.
Yeah.
So every time you see this rose, hopefully you'll think of Greg Wallace and know that you've done a little bit towards a great charity.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a lovely rose in its own right.
Well, this is the thing. It's a beautiful raspberry red rose. It's gorgeous. Loads of petals on there as well. It's really, really pretty. Repeat flowerer with clusters of flowers on there as well.
And very quickly, it arrives as a bare root. Don't open the box and go, oh, that's not very pretty. It will grow into the most beautiful rose.
Will.
Just give it a good drink, soak it for 1 or 2 hours. You might even want to soak it overnight. Dig a hole big enough for it, you know, at least, I'd dig it maybe even twice the length of the roots. Make sure the soil at the bottom of the hole is nicely worked over too. And we'd always advise if you can put some root growth, some mycorrhizal in there, or some bloodfish and bone, some organic matter, our compost, some of that in there would be great.
To be honest, yeah, I mean, I did plant a rose and just used the amazing compost, but the root growth, particularly if you're going into pots, I think this is a fantastic thing to be able to use.
And then that's going to flower all summer long for many, many years to come.
Honestly, that will be in your garden for such a long time.
Yeah.
So decades.
Lovely to have that on the show. We actually requested that. We saw it on the website and we thought, we'd love that on the show. We wanted you lovely viewers to have a chance of getting this as well. So we are going to be back live tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
Yes, we are indeed.
Don't forget, you can order after the hour. You need to use the offer code YGTV46. That will get you your...
I've lost my picture board.
I don't know how we've lost it again.
It's you keep moving it.
I have lost it, seriously. You're going to get your free
I'm going to find it.
You've got to find it.
You keep talking.
And if you spend over £30, you will get free delivery on your order. There's a free gift.
He's got it, look.
I mean, I just think... I think if we'd sold this separately, it would have been one of the best-selling bulb collections of this year.
It's a beautiful bulb collection. It absolutely is the best free gift that we have offered. And all you need to do is enter in the code YGTV46 whenever you place an order. That will automatically be put into your basket for you.
Well, can we just say, as ever, we really appreciate your live streaming. Don't forget, if you ever miss the show, it always gets uploaded on YouTube within 24 hours, and you can watch any shows you missed on the YouGarden website as well. For myself, Shaun Ryan, and Bex
Edwards.
We'll see you tomorrow, 10 to 1, and Sunday, 10 till 2. Happy gardening.